How's it going, Radical viewers? Whew! Grimcat right back into it, more Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, and this beautiful dungeon of an insanely mad mage. First off, my apologies if I get a little, wonky, during this on my end. I kind of just went through a weird little family crisis not that long ago. So, I mean, everything's fine. Everything's good. Everything's good. Yeah, there's no reason to worry. No reason at all. Not at all. I'm just probably gonna be a little tense and squirrely for a bit, but that all said, welcome back. Where we last left off, we dived into the Yawning Portal. We found two gangs of vampires in a turf war, with one of them trying to friggin' hassle us for money, and that just didn't go well. Like, it just don't go well. I mean, you don't try to highwaymen adventurers of any level, because even at level 1, they're so cocky and, you know, think they could take on the frickin' world. So needless to say, that didn't go well. We did make a deal with the other guys, and we're now working for vampires to map out the current floor of the dungeon we're on, and maybe overthrow the other side. Yeah, and this is just the first floor out of over 20 possible levels, so who the hell knows what's going to happen next if this is the first floor? I'll say let's jump into the voice chat with Moore and get his thoughts on the situation.
Yeah.
What's up, Moore?
I'm busy working on a thing. Well, not really busy, but, you know. How are you?
Better than you would expect, but not as good as I'd hoped I'd be.
Sorry to hear that. But it sounds like your family troubles are at an end for now.
He'll be back in 3 days. I guarantee it.
Times I'm glad that I'm an only child.
I wish I was an only child. No, hold on, let me correct myself. I wish my siblings weren't all heroin addicts, or crack addicts, or drug addicts, or whatever the hell Dan's problem is. I don't remember what the hell he was on.
So my aunt, essentially.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, just... the last 30 minutes have been really interesting.
Well, it should be all done right now, so you can kick back, relax, hopefully.
Well, that's the idea. Unless I hear his truck pull up again, in which case, that may not go well.
Yeah, well.
Where the hell are we anyway? Oh, right, we were...
We were about to go into the second layer.
Yeah, and the mayhaps follow this man's who's on his little personal vengeance trip. I forgot we did that at the end.
Oh yeah, I teamed up with the Revenant. Always fun.
God, if only you could do that in Dragon Age.
Yeah, well, Revenants in Dragon Age are a hell of a lot different than in D&D.
And a lot scarier.
Goodness, they are. I fucking hate Revenants, especially when you're doing the... Like, what are the missions where you have to, disturb the gravestones and all of that, and just summon them? It's an optional thing for a rare weapon, but god, do I fucking hate the Revenants that come out of those.
Oh god, I think I know what you're talking about, because I did it by accident trying to find the Juggernaut plate.
Yep. Yeah, I remember that video. Goodness. Like, those are... those are hell.
Revenants are not fun. God.
Sadly, Dragon Age Origins was the only good Dragon Age we'll ever get.
2 had moments, but it was too damn short and a little too linear for my taste. Inquisition kind of fell in the same realm of that Andromeda did for me, where it's like, I have all this to explore, and I feel like it's a weird clash of too much and then not enough all at once. I don't understand it. How can I not?
Exactly. That's why I hate open worlds. There's too much.
Like, if you manage to do it right, like, say, Metal Gear Solid 5, it's great. Or Ghost Recon Wildlands, or fucking the latest one, Breakpoint, where Yeah, I'm sometimes taking a while to get from point A to point B, but I always have something to do in between it. Inquisition, it's literally a whole lot of running and nothing.
Yep. I miss playing Destiny. By the way, hello there. Hi, Hylock.
What's up, Hylock?
You.
By the way, do you all mind, I suppose, helping me with a little conundrum I'm having?
Yeah, sure. What's up, man?
So essentially, I wanted to... It's weird. I don't know why... allow me to just restart. So essentially, I'm making my own method for mass combat in D&D, because generally I hate the way that the varying ways I see mass combat done. But the way I'm framing it around is essentially it's a game in the D&D universe which you can play with the other NPCs if you want, but it also takes the place of mass combat. Essentially, each general, they're called, has a set amount of units, and they're able to distribute these units as they please, but what really makes a difference is the specialists, which affect the unit's performance in those areas.
So you're trying to make like an almost RTS version for D&D?
I suppose, but not nearly so intensive. It's a turn-based thing where you have the movement phase and then the battle phase, if you want to go into a battle phase, of course. But right now I have 5 specialists, each with their own subclass. I'm struggling with the cultist, however. Essentially, the cultist's whole shtick is huge reward, but huge drawbacks as well. Like, for example, we have the summoner, which essentially massively decreases your allies' morale, but it'll increase your unit total in that area. Or the necromancer, where you can exchange. Essentially, you can sacrifice your unit total, so that way next turn you'll be able to get undead units to replace them, which don't suffer morale damage. Like, I'm trying to find a third thing for the cultist, though. One of my coworkers suggested that, hey, just stall win condition, but I don't really know how to execute that.
I wouldn't be sure either.
Yeah. I'm the kind of guy that, yeah, I enjoy, like, for example, Warhammer. I enjoy all the stuff about it, but I would never actually play it. Except
like, I even enjoy making the models. I don't think I'm ever going to play it.
Right? Oh god, the models for that is fantastic, though.
Good models, dude. Excellent mecha. If you want something other than Gundam, what else are you going to do?
Right? But yeah, for cultists, I'm trying to think, like, thematically for that kind of stuff.
Because I already have one that decreases morale, but increases your numbers, decreases morale and unit total in exchange for unit total. My only other option was Doomsayer, where, like, say you sacrifice 50 units, you can immediately deal 50 units worth of damage to your opponent as well, or to the opposing force that you see. But that's...
I don't really know what you're talking about. However, if you're looking for ideas on how to make something like that, I would say look at just the themes of the colors of Magic. Magic the Gathering.
That actually would be a good place.
I literally have no idea what that means.
They all do their own thing. They're all effective. Like red is just burn things, cheap, burn, throw goblins at it.
Right? God, I hate those decks.
Oh, would you rather fight that or a blue?
I'll take the red.
Okay.
Hands
would
down.
you rather fight a red or a really mean black?
Like a well done black? Oh god, no.
Just like
fuck
it all
that.
goes in the graveyard and I win because of it.
Right? Yeah, no, fuck that. Fucking blacks are so cheap.
Or
I thought the
stupid mana
cheapest
ramp green.
I thought the cheapest in that game was red blue.
I do like playing red blue. But I was doing that in the first Ravnica block where stuff like that wasn't really done.
Right. I freaking dabbled way back in the day, but I haven't touched it since. God, when the hell was that? It was shortly after my Yu-Gi-Oh phase when all my friends were trying to get into another card game because someone stole our fucking Yu-Gi-Oh decks. Really?
I lived out in the country and I was the only Magic player. I was trying to teach people how to play. I made my own starter decks just to teach people how to play. Never really caught off.
God, me and my friends did that too. And then we accidentally made a deck that no one could beat, and we've tried, God knows we tried, that we thought would be, this is a great training deck. It's like, then we figured out, it's like, dude, we know what the fuck we're doing. We can't beat this fucking deck with ours. We can't beat this deck with anything.
I was salty when they're like, hey, let's end the Ice Age block out of nowhere and make it just stupid powerful. For no fucking reason, because no one asked for it.
Yeah, I kind of wonder what they were thinking about that stuff.
All of your creatures and lands are snow permanents? That's nice. Oh, your owl is a flying XX where it's the number of snow permanents? Great. And it's blue-black, so you got counter spells and kill spells.
Yup.
Fantastic.
Oh, lordy.
I am pleased. I used to go to a local magic shop that had just totes, Tupperware, like the big chest Tupperware totes, full of cards. And I would just go down there and I'd dig through them. And just based off of my picks, like, I was choosing weird stuff that I thought had really good cost value in terms of, like, mana. And some of them weren't worth shit. But then Commander came about. And some of those are worth
a lot, yeah.
a lot now. Because I'm like, oh, fuck, Ristic Studies, a $20 card? I've got like 8 of those. Because I forgot that I got full sets of them a couple times. I turned 5 cents into $23.
It's not bad.
Magic's really trippy that way.
But it's kind of fascinating. Like, I'm not really big into Magic, but I'll listen to, like, it's an interesting subject matter because the economy of Magic cards, they can't reprint certain things, but they have to reprint certain things. But when they do, it makes the value crash because there's more of them. And then people get super salty when they're like, hey, my $60 card's worth $10 now because you fucking reprinted it, asshole. And then other people are like, yeah, but you're the only one that has it, and we don't want to spend $60 on a card.
Yeah. It's very fucking weird.
And their mechanics band list of, like, a sliding scale of what they're absolutely never going to reprint in terms of a mechanic to what might be showing up in the next block or two. I think there's only like 2 or 3 things that's just like, yeah, that mechanic was fucked. And it's not what I would think, like the old interrupts and stuff like that literally don't make sense with the new turn orders.
That could be worse. Try emailing the friggin' trading card company because you had a genuine question about whether or not this combination will work for, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Or something. And then next thing you know, you get an email back saying, oh no, that totally works. Check the frickin' tournament playlists and ban cards later. Hey, guess what just made it to the ban list?
Yeah.
Fucking killed us all the goddamn time with that crap. We stopped talking to them after that. Like, after they did it to us 3 times.
The banned lists where it's just like, hey, I've got this $80 card. Oh, it's banned? Why? Oh, wow, it's $15 now. Shit.
Right?
And it's just little cardboard. Not cardboard, but cardstock. Like, they're so fragile.
Right.
Like, I do kind of. I don't really go garage shopping like anymore, but like I've got enough nerd culture in me that I know like the stuff to look for.
Anything with foil print and in really good condition.
Any old Magic pack that's unopened.
Oh,
That's
God,
like
yes.
holy grail. If you get an alpha pack,
God damn. It's almost, this conversation almost makes me want to try to get back into it, but nah, I'm not gonna touch that shit. I spent so much money on that crap.
I agree, but the way I found most enjoyable is when my Friday group can't meet up. I just drive to the Magic shop and I get in the draft. I don't need to have an up-to-date deck. I don't need to put a lot of money in it. It's just like, here's my money, give me some boosters, let's figure out what I'm playing, play some Magic, get some cool cards out of it. If you draft well, you break even. If you draft really well, you make money if you flip the cards.
Yeah.
Which I never do because I'm like, but this is a good card. It's like people with their dice and they just turn into dice goblins.
The precious.
Shiny bits of math. Shiny bits of math. Like I nerd out over cards, even though I'm like, oh, I did make a commander deck. I did sit down and put some money into it.
I feel that I've got like 2 boxes filled with cards, or specifically Magic the Gathering cards that I just don't play with anymore because I played in college a little bit, but didn't play after that. So I just have 2 boxes that look really nice, and I want to get into it again at some point, but it's just so complicated.
All else fails, dude. You can take it to a card shop and see what that's worth. Who knows? You might make $20. You might be sitting on a mint. You never know.
I did. The reason I got out of Magic for a while, really, is I had my collection fall off the shelf, and it was just a haystack full of cards. I was like, oh, I don't care enough to sort this
again.
So I guess I don't play Magic anymore. Like, that's literally what I said. And I just kind of jumbled them up, and I'm like, I guess I'm done. I got the itch. I sorted them all. And I've got a nice collection of cards.
Where are the double Zarats?
He said he'd be delayed.
A little bit. I don't know how long it's going to be. I think he said like an hour, so we could get started before him with the expectation that he'll just catch up. If you guys would like.
Oh, I just stepped away. I'll be a second.
In a minute, I guess then.
Stepping away.
Yeah.
But I have come a long way cleaning out the warehouse that I'm living in.
The warehouse?
Warehouse?
Hell yeah, boy. Warehouse is where it's at.
Fair enough.
People made loft apartments so cool and then made them crazy expensive. It's just like, man, I've got my trailer, I've got it under a roof, and then I've got all this space. It's taken me a long time to clean it out. And it's not super big, but I'll come up with something for it.
Mm-hmm. Worst comes to worst, I've heard that warehouses are great for raves.
I would say that that is not the best place I've ever raved. Ironically enough, one of the best raves I ever went to was in a church.
That's strange.
I walked by and I was like, is that a rave? And then we walked by it again. I was like, I'm pretty sure that's a fucking rave. And we went inside. This really looks like a rave. We went to the bathroom and we're like, fuck yeah, this is a goddamn rave. I don't know what that is on the sink, but you enjoy that. I'm gonna go make a phone call real quick, and I'll be right back.
That's when you know.
He spun a Red Hot Chili Peppers song into the Imperial March from Star Wars.
Oh,
right whenever
nice.
It was like starting to click, I was like, fuck yes, glow sticks! I think the best one I ever went to was at a park at night in the middle of a circle of cars. and a park ranger just speeded up, just like tore up the grass, hitting the brakes. He's like yelling at us all, and he was threatening to arrest us all. And I just kind of laughed at him, and he's like, "I'll call the police." I was like, "All right, time to go." And then we went and we flash raved someone's apartment. Just about 30 people barged through the door and started raving.
Times like these, I'm glad I'm an introvert.
I calmed down a lot even before I was on probation.
I'm happy living a boring life these days.
You just nearly pistol whipped a dude, didn't you?
That sounds like a story.
No. I'm not gonna lie, if I had it on me at the time, I probably would have. No, what happened was... Sister's baby mama decided to get uppity and mouthy. I think he was having a heroin fit again. Mouthed out to my mother while I'm standing there. She told him to leave. He said no. I told him to leave. I didn't really give him the option of a no.
Property rights, they're pretty universal in this country. The extent to what you can do varies greatly, but...
Well, seeing as how this was a man who's had felony charges from anything from drugs to stolen gun possession and all sorts of crap... Yeah, the cops could show up at any point in time, and I could get away with, sadly, a lot. But the only thing that I have to worry about is replacing the broken door downstairs, and assuming my sister actually didn't clean it up, because I doubt she did, clean out the blood in the bathroom.
Nice. Get your bleach, and when you're fixing the door, get some 6-inch green screws.
Oh, yeah.
Shoot them through the strike plate so that they go into the stud behind it. You can't kick that fucker down.
Nah, fuck that. It's an interior door, so I'm not going to worry about that. I got those on the exterior ones, though.
Yeah. Well, like, I was telling people that for years, and then I started having people come in with broken door frames to split down the center from them being kicked in anyway. But it takes you a lot longer.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, that's plenty of time to get your shotgun and fix the problem.
Yeah.
If they're violently breaking and entering, that I call that just cause.
Oh yeah, when they had to literally break the door to get in. Not the door frame, the door itself to get in. It's like, nah, at that point, that man is very much a possible threat to your life, so you're welcome to...
Cops. I waited, and when he did the "here's Johnny" face through the door, I shot him.
In the face.
That's all you have to say. I already had the cops on the way.
You people have the strangest lives.
What do you
I
mean?
prefer to call it colorful.
Someday I shall tell you of all my fun stories in Wyoming and Colorado, mate, because honestly, this was like a normal afternoon for me. I mean, granted, usually it's just him yelling at my sister yelling back, occasionally a plate being thrown at him or his car, and he's already on his way out, but, This time my mother got involved, which means I got involved.
Fair enough.
It's like, you're more than welcome to try to intimidate this poor frickin' 70-year-old woman that's damn near ready to push 80. Then you could try to intimidate me and say, well, that goes for you.
Yep. At that point, I'm fond of the phrase of, oh, you're about to find out who the fuck I am. Puppy, what are you doing? Okay. I'm back.
Cool.
And Maddock is ready to be lost in the dungeon.
Okay. Well, at the very least, let me give you guys another rundown of the room and the prior events, just to make sure we're all caught up, and then Arats can get filled in again once he's here.
Phrasing.
Right?
You guys have joined an Undertaker's gang war on the ladies' side and agreed to map out the dungeon and eliminate both the vampires, the other rival gang of vampires, and any other beast you come across so that they can expand freely. And in return, you were never charged toll for entering or exiting the dungeon ever again from them. You guys have recruited 2 Goblin Skull Hunters for the price of 20 gold for them to make at least a partial map of this first floor for you. And you have just now released a what appears to be a revenant of a previous cleric to a god that you have not gotten yet, but he has given his name as Haleth Garki. He has informed you that he used to be a part of a adventuring party called the Fine Fellows of Daggerford that had 3 other members, I believe, and they murdered him when he accused them of hiding loot, and they tossed him down into the pit, and he woke up the next day as is, unable to escape, and you are the first people he's seen in like 4 days. As a bonus, let me add this as well. Haleth is more than happy to inform you that during his party's descent down into here, or rather before it, they had purchased a complete map of the 3rd floor, the 3rd level, and he knows one of them has to have it on him. And so if you guys happen to find the right one and remove him of his life, or otherwise, you could get that map from them for free. Haleth doesn't want it anymore. He just wants his own holy symbol back.
It's probably a demon idol.
I mean, I'm thinking of like the morality for this. Like, they are adventurers down here with us, but at the same time, they also murdered their fellow adventurer.
But he was stealing.
No, the party was stealing.
He accused them of stealing, and that's why they killed him.
But were they?
He believes they were, and considering that he's a revenant, which is typically a good, quote-unquote, undead, it's entirely possible they were, and he's justified in his revenge. Or there could be some sort of misunderstanding. It is the dungeon of the Mad Mage, after all. Speaking of, if you guys recall, I informed you that there was, on the western wall, a 30-foot high, stretching from wall to wall map of 23 layers to this dungeon, with you guys, of course, being on the first. Each one is a side cut, depicting some elements of each dungeon. Most of them are too small, undetailed enough, or obscure enough that you can't recognize what they're actually trying to depict, but you at least have a number. Next to 3 of them, on the there are cuts into the stone that protrude slightly. On the 3rd floor, there is the depiction of a flaming skull. On the 16th floor, there is the depiction of a rock among the stars. And on the 23rd floor, there is the depiction of a tower with a tiny glyph above it.
What floor was that?
The tower was the 23rd.
The final floor.
Okay.
So we got a good idea what that represents.
Start my notes. Should have done this before now.
I think I gave you guys all a note thing, right? If need be.
Yep. I'm actually gonna pop that open right now.
I've been taking paper notes just to make sure that I don't screw up somewhere, but
yeah, but paper notes don't have spell check.
That is fair. I would toss in, as you guys have spent a couple minutes in this room now, giving it a more of a look over. Halith indicates where a secret door is. His party had known about it, but taken a rest here before retreating through. And two, those 3 stone protrusions that I mentioned on the map, they look set into the stone in such a way that you could press them.
All right, 23rd floor, tower with cliff.
Yeah. 16th floor was a boulder amongst the stars. And the 3rd floor was a flaming skull.
And what was that last one?
The 3rd floor has the depiction of a flaming skull.
Oh, well, that's a third floor type of thing. That's where you keep your flaming skulls.
Right?
But the 22nd floor is where I'd keep the puppy paradise, just rolling meadows and infinite puppies.
Infinite
Exactly.
puppies.
You never know, that might be what's there.
Flaming skull. Goddamn. Do we have a cleric?
You have Rio, which is the closest thing to a cleric. Sorry. I'm sorry. Forget what I said.
Let's say, wait a minute, Rio's not a cleric.
While
Divine sorcerer.
I mean closest thing to cleric. He has elements of clerics. He can use clerical magic and could possibly bless water if that's what you're looking for.
Yep, that's actually specifically what I'm looking for, oddly enough.
I figured. Yisrim, while not a cleric in the classical sense, could also attempt to do something similar, I believe, if he is so inclined.
Okay. Just thinking ahead, because... flaming skulls are never a fun time.
I understand exactly where you're going. Or coming from, rather.
Ghost Rider is upset with you.
Lost Mines of Fendelver was a great teacher. We named it Bob. Didn't actually have a name, but we decided to call it Bob. After the 3rd time we didn't figure out how to kill it, frickin' kind of became a constant nuisance that just trolled us.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing you have to keep in mind.
Well, hey, at least you didn't have a... at least you didn't have to go on a quest, or at least you didn't go ask an NPC, hey, do you know what this thing is? And the DM's like, oh, let me roll an intelligence check for my NPC. Like, what?
What?
Why?
Like,
Don't
bruh,
question me.
either they know or they don't. That's interesting. Okay, so basically all of his NPCs were DM NPCs.
From what I was listening in on, yeah.
Like, honestly, if
Those players didn't have much problem with it, it sounded like. They were used to it.
That's fine. Like, honestly, if I made an NPC and I literally couldn't figure out in my own head, as the creator of that NPC, if they actually would know that knowledge or not, for whatever frickin' reason, then maybe I'd roll for it, but... Like, for God's sakes, I know a farmer wouldn't know this shit. I know a frickin', like, small-time priest might know that crap.
They went to a librarian.
They went to a librarian.
Yep.
Okay, anyway, there's a secret door in this room. Shall we check this secret door?
Yes, give me... Sorry, I got asked a question elsewhere, so I was trying to find an answer for them real quick. There we go.
There you go, bro.
Yeah, so as I mentioned before, there is a door here, a secret door down here, and along with the map, the 3 stone protrusions appear as though they can be pressed.
Does the Revenant have like, is it obvious how he died? Like, does he have a hole in his chest, or?
He has a few wounds and bruises on him, indicating that it was probably a group effort to kill him.
Huh.
So he was the barbarian of the team.
I'm telling you, like, this guy is probably not to be trusted.
That is entirely plausible.
But the vampires we sided with are. The goblins we hired are.
Well, hiring, no, none of that. Well, it's a question of, at a certain point, do we fight them now or give them a little bit of gold or a favor to maybe not fight them? Maybe.
Well, so far it's been a favor and some gold thus far. We haven't really encountered the one we decided to just outright try to kill, and thank God, because every freaking room I touched after that, just like, hey, look, a group of vampires. These ones are sleeping. These ones are playing cards. Those ones, we're not sure what they're doing. We don't question that room.
Yeah, I was kind of impressed that you guys managed to avoid them all, basically, until you got to one of the boss rooms.
Yeah. So far, in my journey to become a wealthy man, I have seemingly become far less wealthy. But this is not so, for I have found friendship. I slap Shadow on the back.
Good God, his entire being jiggles every time he laughs.
She gives a uncertain laugh back, but continues trying to keep an eye on the surrounding area since she has the highest pass.
I checked this hidden secretive door. I have a feeling I already can dissuade that it's probably locked and involves friggin' pressing glyphs in a certain order of some kind. But just in case, let's roll that investigation and pray for high numbers. Those are not high numbers at all. Neither of those are high numbers, and that's upsetting to me.
7. This door, secret door, granted you can see the outline now that it has been pointed out to you, so you can at least manage that much. Does not appear to be trapped, and you don't see in any way how the buttons on the wall might correspond to this.
I, against my better meta-knowledge, attempt to open the door.
In the very similar fashion as what was done before, you push the door inwards, and the door pops open and slides to the side, much like any of the other secret doors.
Okay, now I'm just confused what the hell the glyphs on the wall were for. Huh. That's gotta be something completely different. Also, I found a tunnel.
You did? Yeah, so the buttons seem to be for something else entirely.
Isreem is gonna turn to Haleth. You come through here before. Do you know what those are about?
You're indicating the buttons?
Yes.
Haleth glances towards the walls, the buttons you're indicating before, saying, we tried them before. It just popped up with some sort of message indicating that they can't be used right now. You can try them yourselves if you want. They didn't set off any sort of traps as far as we saw.
Out of character, they're fast travel points. Motherfucker.
I was thinking about that too.
You've seen archways before. This one doesn't have any sort of archway connected to it as far as you know. You don't see any archway around the area, but there could be some sort of similar magic at hand.
So, future notes to self, let's keep an eye out for similar murals that also have buttons on them, because who knows? We're gonna scope out this here hall, tunnel, thing. Uh-huh. I don't feel like I want to trust this.
Well, right now you got a very bright light following you, so...
That's fine. I see ahead just fine, and I don't trust it.
No, I'm saying that I'm going to give you away if you don't say it, if you don't halt me.
I mean, I'm not gonna halt you, I'm just you see me slowing my fucking roll because this appears to be a dead end, and I don't fucking trust dead ends in this place. Let's roll a perception check. Let's get. I'm terrible today.
Yeah, a 12 is not helping you here. This, if to you, despite the fact that you should see it as some sort of entrance or exit, you would hope down here, you don't see anything here at the end that would indicate it.
Oh, passive on fucking 19. Goddamn. Okay.
Yeah, these doors are very well made. The fact that Shadow has a passive over 20 is really a good help here, even if I am irritated by it slightly. Can't be helped. So Shadow, in her infinite grace and wisdom, can spot a secret door laid into the wall on the side here.
Wunderbar. Let us roll that investigation, because it's always the one you don't that fucks you. Can he aid?
Sure.
He's more welcome to aid for the 18.
Maddock is able to come up and aid if you'd like to as well, and we can make that an 18 then.
Yes, please.
All right, 18 again doesn't seem to be trapped. The secret, you're starting to get a feel that the majority of the secret doors don't seem to be trapped at the very least. Maybe come later levels, that's going to be more frequent.
I swear to every D&D god, Hylock, if this is another series of like 30 trapped, nowhere hidden door rooms, again,
oh my god,
I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.
It's not that kind of dungeon.
That was one of my favorite things ever, though.
Reasons they tell you not to play a monk on that one.
So, Strife, Maddock, Shadow, Granite Channel here, but you know what I mean.
Right.
As the first people to see into the room, you can tell that this room is quite a large. Yes, here. There is a large deformed granite statue. The back of it, facing away from you, right here. You can see just the side of a star emblem, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where the statue is. Stars indicate statues. You can hear what sounds to be the sound of squabbling kobold, if you were to guess. Small draconic yips and yaps coming here and there from a tunnel on the northern side. So over here, just across the way of the room.
Yap,
Slightly out of your vision, but you can hear it.
Yap, yap. Yap, 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 yap. Yap, yap.
So there's a kobold in here?
There's a kobold, at least a couple, down a tunnel to the northern part of the room. You haven't seen the passage itself, but you can hear them echoing off the stone walls.
So
What do I speak? I do not speak dragon.
So I'm gonna go in a bit of a crouch and kind of turn back. It's like,
Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't part of our deal to eliminate pests and vermin from the floor?
I believe you ignored that the moment you decided to say no to the spiders.
No, spiders are not vermin. They eat vermin and are an important part of ecology of this area.
Those ones are also already dead.
And whatever killed these spiders is not vermin, because it's probably pretty fucking big.
May I please have an answer to my question now?
Do as you wish, you call the shots here.
Thank you.
I'm gonna pull my gun and start creeping up.
I'll stealth up with you.
Do you think they see me?
I just slowly pan my fucking two glowing fucking night goggle eyes at you. I just shake my head.
Strife, as you're making your way past here, and Maddock as well, actually, you both can notice how this large stone statue, as I mentioned before, is slightly deformed in the fact that it has two heads. It was originally it seems to have originally been a dwarf king standing on top of a stone pedestal. But sprouting from the king's neck is a deformed and mostly featureless second head with an elongated, toothless mouth. There are no inscriptions to the pedestal, and on the king's brow rest an engraved stone circlets. What does catch your eye more is the large stone warhammer held in his grasp, the head of which is planted at his feet. You guys, with your high passive perception, can notice that the stone warhammer looks like it can actually be turned. There's drag marks around the base of it, indicating that at some point long, long ago, it had been turned.
Huh. That's interesting. Also, that's interesting.
Yes, as you're getting closer, also within your range, there seems to be a few bedrolls laid out here and there, containing what appears to be more of the similarly clothed people that you saw before, the thralls of the Undertakers.
Oh shit, I think I found stairs going down.
I think we just found the other vampire hideout, too. Ah, it was south. Goddamn. Just hidden behind a bunch of BS.
Should we gank these guys?
I'm questioning that, actually, because last time we lucked out, but we found out later there was a lot fucking more of them than we were ever going to be possibly lucky to take on.
Maybe I should sneak ahead and see if there are more of them.
Please don't. Just stay with the group. I'll do a little scouting and we'll return here.
Oh, lordy.
So back here with the rest of the guys that didn't decide to go through because I can't.
So I take it this isn't the floor to. This isn't how to get to the second floor.
Do you speak Thieves' Cant?
You're not here right now.
Well, I mean, I can sign to you in Thieves' Cant.
I don't think he can see you, and you can't see him.
I don't have dark vision, bro.
Well, actually, you could see him because he lights up like a lantern, but he's around the
That
corner.
scared the shit out of me.
You moved very quickly.
I saw the turn order go up for a brief moment. I was like, okay, who the hell got spotted? Because it definitely can't be me.
But I did find stairs that seem to lead to the second floor here.
Yeah, so as Usadrim is communicating with Haleth, Haleth jerks a thumb over his shoulder, pointing basically through the wall and says, no, the stairs are just around the... We took a shortcut through this route. We would have had to go through a large winding path otherwise.
I friggin' motion Maddox back over to the way we came in. Like, get over here, you fat bastard. Thank you.
All right. What did your robot eyes see?
He say everything, including a number of combatants and a bunch of pet kobolds. I would not recommend a fight here.
I think we could probably take kobolds, though.
Kobolds, yes. Thralls, possibly. What leads
Easy
them?
to punch.
What leads the thralls, however, I sincerely doubt. And again, I am uncertain if they are truly thralls, undead, or just some jackasses thinking they're cool.
And that falls to Rio.
So you've been here a while. So are they really vampires or are they just like pretending?
Thank you, Moore. I was waiting for that moment.
Well, I didn't want to interrupt you guys.
Sorry, you were asking Haleth for Rio, weren't you?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, sorry, I completely dropped that ball. Haleth thinks on it for a moment and says, we paid the fine, really. We didn't want to deal with watching our backs while we were trying to make camp from other humanoids and the like, so we just paid the fine and got on with it. We figured it was pretty standard.
You might not have an answer for this, but was there like a bulletin board in the Yawning Portal concerning the portal? Like, missing, looking for adventurer, or...
There are, there is a board within the Yawning Portal that would that sometimes indicates information. Most of the information about the Yawning Portal and the dungeon underneath the Mad Mountain is transferred through voice, though. Like, there's rumors and secrets spread around it. A lot of people share secret paths they found through drinks in the Yawning Portal, and can be paid to be guides and the like. Some people pay for treasures that come out of it, like you saw, and some people just hang around with asking people to do things in the dungeon for them. So there's a lot of activity about the dungeon in the Yawning Portal.
I don't think it would be relevant for like the first floors, but I was just wondering.
I gotcha. You guys, if you're looking for
In
like
25
if
years
there was
of police
indication
work,
that this
I have
adventuring
never
group is
once
missing,
intervened in a raid.
There are
I've never once
quite a few
intervened
groups that go
in...
missing at any point in time for unknown amounts or unknown lengths of time. So missing people is a rare occurrence for people to be trying to get information for.
Yeah.
So what is the plan, guys? You have the stairs next to you, supposedly or apparently, as well as what appears to be a group of thralls and a large group of kobolds.
Maybe I could go and hold off the kobolds while you take care of the thralls.
I just stare at you blankly for a moment.
Or
What?
we could simply avoid a conflict entirely.
But if we do not do what you have said we will do, we will be in grave danger from both parties. This way, at least, we get the jump on them.
I sighed that the fat fucking halfling made sense. That's what I was hoping to avoid combat until freaking at least Eretz got on.
Oh, well, yeah, shit, sorry. That is good meta.
Yeah,
That's good table talk.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Like, don't get me wrong. I mean, Strife, on most moments like this, will be all on board for a good vermin slaying, but... yeah, we're already down. Gwen and fucking Eretz is on yet, so yeah, I personally vote we just keep scoping out and take the stairs and see what we find. But I mean, besides, we can always come back and kill them.
They might not be sleeping.
Currently, the kobolds are either eating or mating. I cannot tell the difference.
How many were there?
I'm trying to remember, I saw like 4.
You saw at least a couple of handfuls, and you heard more echoing down. They seem to be, as you guessed, eating and fighting over scraps of food.
Enough to be worried about. That said, maybe the next floor will provide something that could help with a possible plan in the future.
Or at least some tea.
Or some gunpowder. In a keg. Apparently...
Gunpowder makes people very angry if you consume it.
It also tends to make them very dead if it explodes next to them.
I'm going to move everybody down and around the stairs. Yusram, you included, if that's okay.
Yeah, and I'm not even going to bother stealthing. I'm just a lit up torch. I'm just going to walk up.
No, I got you. Thankfully, your light doesn't encase the entire room, I don't believe. Or at least it doesn't stretch over to the other side. And I'm getting a call. I'm getting a call, so give me 1 sec.
Alright.
There is a pizza here.
Pizza sounds really good right now.
I can tell I'm getting sick. I think it'll just be like a one-night congested thing.
Hopefully.
So I used to be really good at tech, and I'm not good at tech anymore. Been trying to set up a long-range Wi-Fi antenna to go to my desktop so I can use that as my mobile hotspot. And it just doesn't want to stay working. But it worked fine. It would get bogged down when I was running it off my laptop, but I had to like move it to get to my desktop. But you know you're kind of screwed when you're looking up answers online and what you're trying to do isn't even like questioned.
Oh god, yeah.
It's just like, will my mobile hotspot be more powerful if I use a more powerful computer rather than my dinky little laptop that's trying to run two screens? Nope. No one could tell me. And I've been trying to find, because I finally got on the phone with AT&T today. It took over an hour for them to talk to me. And I was like, hey, I just want you to run the same internet line to a different building. Like, nope, that would be different service. I'm like, but it's the same address, it's the same property. It's just another building.
Right.
And I would dig a trench and bury a fiber cable, maybe. Do it that way. But that's expensive, and the ground is just rock and clay and asphalt.
Yeah.
So that's not going to happen. It would be quite an investment to do fiber 300 feet.
Alright, sorry about that. My mother called, and that's the sort of thing you have to pick up for.
Oh yeah, definitely, mate. No worry.
Alright, so, you guys have reached level 2. Let me pull out the information that I need for it.
Oh, we need music for the levels.
For each level? That's gonna be hard.
Yeah, especially when we don't know what the hell's coming on them.
I can give you the names, if that helps.
I have a strange feeling it may not.
The first one was called Dungeon Level, and the second one is called Arcane Chambers. Does that help?
No, not really. I mean, nah. I mean, I suppose I can change this to like something that sounds magic-y, but I'm pretty sure it's not gonna help any.
If you want to change it to something specific, considering what you guys... I imagine a bazaar theme, as in a marketplace, will help in the coming up area.
Oh.
So you guys have made it down to level 2. The stairs descend down just a bit more, and it seems to be an open hallway in front of you. Untrapped, unmarked, and probably explored before, let's be honest here. You guys aren't the first to descend down. But safe, as far as you can see. Moore went to get pizza, didn't he?
Probably.
Yes. Okay, that's why.
No, I'm right here.
Oh.
Oh, I thought you went to grab pizza. I am sorry.
I heard mention of pizza.
It's right next to me.
Oh.
You all have Rhythm Bot muted, don't you?
Yes.
Yes.
That was a lot of work for nobody.
I'm sorry. Here, let me turn it on.
It's too late now.
Is it? Yeah, it is. It's not even playing anything.
Well, it was a 6-second clip.
Oh, I see. I'm so sorry. Here, I'll play it from in the Discord. God. Right. Yeah, so as I said, you guys have reached the second floor. How do you want to proceed?
Rio would like to cast Detect Magic for, I guess. I don't know. Actually, no, he has Comprehend Languages up. Never mind.
Yeah, that's probably going to be falling away soon, though, if I remember correctly. Can't recall if he has Detect Magic prepared, or... No, he has Ritual Caster. Never mind, it doesn't matter. Jeez, rituals are so useful.
Are we waiting for something?
I'm already moving south. See what I see. So far I'm seeing... Finally! I found a room.
Yes, let me give me 1 second to pull up information regarding that. So you are beginning to hear the clang and clatter of more than a dozen voices echoing off the walls coming from this direction, north, the tunnel. You can see that this room is filled with trash and debris just lining the walls, or the floor rather. The walls are adorned with bas reliefs that once depicted dwarves carrying supplies, but the dwarves' faces have been chipped away and replaced with cartoonish goblin heads drawn in charcoal. And the clattering of voices to the north can also be accompanied by banging and sounding like wood on wood.
Does that sound like it has like any rhythm whatsoever?
No, not like music. It appears to be either somebody trying to bang something into shape, such as smithing, if it wasn't for the fact that it's hitting wood, or building something. Stepping out a bit further, you can see that rather than darkly lit, the room adjacent to you, to the right, is rather dimly lit and has numerous pillars. And you can see multiple forms of small goblinoid figures moving to and fro, yelling towards each other. Do you speak goblinoid?
I don't think any of us do.
I don't think so. I kind of wish I had Goblin and Draconic, but I think I just have Common and Undercommon and Celestial and something else. Thieves can't.
I'm starting to think Styx would have freaking thrived down here. Jesus Christ.
Possibly. Quite possibly. Yeah, so you're hearing a lot of noise. Honestly, to you, somebody that has been on top of Waterdeep, this is sounding like another bazaar, like another merchant street. There's people calling out prices, things to be sold. It's not aggressive, it's just trying to get attention.
Oh, man. We need to do a one-shot where you play Styx. I play a Goliath. A Goliath barbarian named Stones.
Oh god.
Sticks and stones may break your bones, and then they will make fun of you.
So, Haleth, you had a map for the 3rd level. Have you come through the 2nd, or was the 1st level all you went through?
We bought a map of the 3rd level from another vendor, from a party that had gone down there before. We only made it, well, I only made it to the 4th.
There are goblins ahead.
Well,
I'm getting another call, this time from Florida, which I suspect is another family member, so give me 1 second, I'm sorry.
No problem, man.
Congratulations on the marriage.
I'll be right back.
I'm gonna start working on my second character then.
Why is that?
I was expecting a lot different from Mad Mage. I did not make a character. I made a character for another Waterdeep. I didn't make a character for Dungeon Crawl.
Oddly enough, I think it's still going to come in handy, because it still feels kind of like Waterdeep. Like, I mean...
No, it does not. Every social aspect is thrown out.
Well, we don't know that now. I mean, for God's sakes, we're about to walk into a Goblin Bazaar.
Alright, sorry about that, guys. My excuse is that it's my birthday, so I got family calling me.
Ah,
That's good.
happy birthday.
Thank you.
So Stregs did step out for a second.
Yep.
I got you. Yeah, I caught part of it, but apparently he was in a bowling alley, so it was hard to hear anything else besides that. Yeah. I think you guys were talking about a second character, though.
I'm just gonna prepare one just in case.
I got you.
And that's kind of the joy of the way this is set up, too, because they could literally already be down here, or literally just be sitting at the friggin' bar when we come back.
True. That makes it a bit easier with you guys being a sponsored party from the bar instead of, like, having to manage the bar as well. You can be easily hired on as another person.
Oh, God.
So, how's your guys' days going? Let's make some small talk.
You're funny.
Well, I managed to sit at home. Still trying to work on that whole mass combat homebrew that I was telling you about before.
That is something that I probably wouldn't be able to get accomplished.
Well, I mean, like as Grim said, like it is in the same vein as RTS, though. Like it's a lot more turn-based than RTS.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Got a strawberry shake.
Nice.
I had a coffee shake.
That's interesting.
What do you have against coffee?
I don't like coffee.
Wow.
Coffee doesn't like you.
That is fair. Kitty, don't type for me.
Everyone says that, I can't live without coffee. I live off of coffee like it's 2 of my meals a day.
I just find it tastes good. The caffeine, it does nothing for me.
I will not function. I don't get enough sleep or recovery.
I know that feeling a little too well.
10-hour day, and then either 5 hours of work after work or a D&D game.
Ouch. That can be pretty rough.
Yep. But if you want to do stuff, that's what you got to do.
Alright. Alright.
And I can justify playing this much D&D because it's just letting my body recover from 10 hours of physical labor.
Right.
Huh.
Yeah, so Strife, I see you're moving ahead there. Yeah, you're walking into what appears to be a very large central room. The ceiling stretches up to your vision, so 60 feet, and there's just goblins everywhere. They don't seem to be paying you too much mind. Obviously, a few suspicious glances are being thrown here and there, but nobody's attacking you on sight.
Well, that's a goddamn mind-blowing. Pardon me. Like, what does the layout of the room look like, really? Like, I mean, is it, like, truly, like, a marketplace in here, or...?
I'll hold you back here, buddy.
There's a goblin at the end of this hall. I can run over and smack him if we need to.
That's going to go so well. It does appear to be some sort of marketplace. There's also a few hovels and homes littered here. This seems to be not just a bazaar, but possibly an entire colony dotted here and there. There is a large throne even set far into the north, illuminated briefly by the dim lanterns cast here and there.
Please tell me it's not a goblin that's just decked out in way too much platinum with a very familiar platinum skull mask sitting on it.
There is not, unfortunately. As great as that would be, that is not here. There's a different.
I can picture him doing that with the riches he got from frickin' Barovia.
Me too.
Second floor? That's a bit low for him.
Well, the way he sees it, he's already above everyone else, and he's not about to dick with more vampires, so he settled.
But I just look to Maddock.
You don't think he already sees us? More accurately, you don't think he already sees me?
The glowing Urchinasi.
Maybe he sees you, little star.
I just kind of brush past you guys and start going forward. I'm just calmly walking.
You are getting closer to the sound of the banging and clattering.
Look at the nuts on that guy.
The nuts and bolts. It seems the goblins here are erecting some sort of stage against the north wall. That's where all the banging and clattering is from. They're building some sort of hall or stage within this room.
Oh my god, guys, can we please stay for the goblins' performance art?
I kind of want to, I'm not gonna lie.
As much as that sounds interesting, I don't think our companion would appreciate that.
It's just a play making fun about how he died. And then he was all like, I'm dying!
I feel strange. I am surrounded by goblinoids. But none are a threat. What is my life?
A dangerous mindset for you.
Well, all else fails. Sorry, continue.
Let's just move on.
Would you not like to ask one of them where the stairs are for the next level down?
Oh, of course. Can you speak Goblin?
No, I'm hoping one speaks common. I'll be right back. Pardon me. Is there a goblin here that speaks common?
I literally just walk out to the bazaar and call out.
You turn quite a few heads, but most people don't seem to want to pay attention to you. You do get the attention of one of the scruffier-looking goblins that rounds the pillar and does hold up his hand slightly and say, yes, I speak common. Are you adventurers here to set our king free from his curse?
Frankly, we're hoping for the stairs down, but you have my curiosity. What curse?
Our dear goblin chief, Yek. He's been transformed into a hideous human.
I just slowly start canting my head at that.
That is very rude. Some of my grandchildren's mothers were human.
I'm fairly certain they were hideous.
Also, is he telling the truth?
The 20 insight from Eustrom. Eustrom, he seems to be telling the truth. It doesn't seem like he honestly expects you guys to care for all intents and purposes, but he's a bit hopeful that you can help with his perceived problem.
I mean,
There is an actual curse that changes your race.
Yes, it's a part of his crown. He placed it on his head and hasn't been able to take it off afterwards.
Strange. I've heard of an orc becoming a goblin once, though I swear he was just bullshitting me.
Were you wanting to change his visage because he is hideous?
We want to set him back into his kind. We want to free him from his curse. Discreetly. He gets very angry if you mention it. Very angry.
We will be very careful if we make your highness's acquaintance.
I mean,
Go ahead, Yisra. You were going to say something.
I'm sorry, but what exactly do you have in mind? Or did you just assume that we knew how to remove a curse?
I'm going off assumptions, really. I thought adventurers would be used to this sort of thing.
Huh.
Honestly, we're from Waterdeep. This kind of adventuring is not exactly our cup of tea, as they say. Usually it's political and espionage intrigue. That said, what would we gain out of helping?
Well, I mean, if you're able to get the circlet off him, you're more than welcome to take his crown. We would want it far away from him.
Oh, good strife. Sometimes a good deed is its own reward. But sometimes gold is nice too.
I frankly would just take the way to the next level down. That said, we did come here for wealth, yes? A golden crown is a golden crown.
One that cannot be removed from someone's head.
But possibly can be melted down.
I'm just giving you the strangest look right now. Are you implying you want to melt the metal on a goblin's forehead?
Preferably after we remove it, of course. Wow.
I can think of many people that would like to buy such a crown. It would make a wonderful disguise for when you have price on head.
I'm giving you a strange look now.
The goblin looks mildly concerned, but he is still hoping that you guys are in line with the plan to free his boss from his curse.
Can you give me a minute to look at it?
The goblin nods energetically and says, yes, new adventurers are always welcome to meet the boss if you like. Just don't make him mad or steal anything, because that's sort of the rule here. Don't steal.
Right. Take me to him.
I love that we have one rogue in the party who actually thoroughly has kind of gone out of their way not to steal things. That's hilarious to me.
I mean, when you're a noble, do you need anything?
Oh, you can ask mommy and daddy for it.
Right. So the goblin is leading you guys this way. Across the room into this next adjoining chamber.
Why do you need money when your only love in life is cheap thrills?
This basically is a cheap thrill at this point.
And the goblin stops at this entranceway and gestures you guys forward into this slightly better lit room. As you guys step in, a couple of things obviously take your interest, that being that there is a bugbear in each corner of this room. There are torches in iron brackets, giving it much better illumination of the area and letting you see everything. There is a prisoner to the south wall. It's a chained-to-the-wall male dwarf clad in leather armor who has been gagged. He has copper-orange hair, but his beard has been shaved off.
Oof.
Ouch.
And as you guys catch sight of him... Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Nah, he wasn't saying anything.
Haleth, your local undead friend, immediately jerks to attention and gestures towards the dwarf and says, "That's Copper. That's one of them."
Wait, his name is actually Copper. I knew dwarves like stone and metal, but that's a little excessive, don't you think?
A little on the nose.
His last name is Stormforge. I think he made it up at some point, to be honest with you. But he's one of my previous companions.
Well, fuck, we might have a twofer here.
Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can. One thing at a time, I suppose.
Swinging your eyes to the north, though, you find the human, the only human in the area, so therefore it must be the boss, is Yek the Tall, a rather handsome, actually, man wearing a golden circlet on his brow. He is reclining on a mound of cushions at the north end and eating an apple with great delight.
I would, in character, be thinking of kind of the not fable, but the parable of the Emperor's Clothes.
Oh God!
Like, is he just throwing tantrums when people say he's not a goblin, just to like sell himself as the leader of these goblins? Just like no one brings it up because he gets so angry, but what if he's actually a human?
That's
simply
just to trick a bunch of goblins into believing.
Yeah, and that's just his ruse. Could I kind of size this man up and see if he?
You want to do an insight to see if your guess proves accurate?
I'm aware in character this is a possibility.
Okay.
Marduk's been in the underworld long enough to recognize a potential con. Insight, you said? I'm pretty good at insight.
Insight, yeah.
I can occasionally be pretty good at insight.
Okay. 14. With a 14, well, you can easily tell that he is the boss of this area. You're noticing small muscle twitches and here and there where he's not at complete ease with this lanky and long, tall form.
Like he goes for a drink and just knocks over the cup type thing.
Yeah, occasionally.
Have you watched Log Horizon? He's Shiroe.
Oh, yeah.
So there are instances where he's showing that he's not used to this form quite yet.
Okay.
But he's not showing any sort of distress at a curse or any sort of unpleasantness in it. Rather, he seems to be reveling in it.
Greetings, great leader of this goblin tribe. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Drawing Yek's attention, he makes a quick motion that causes the goblins to scatter to the side here, giving
I
him
bow.
clear view of the new and bowing entourage that you guys have. Rio and Shadow in here just for kicks and giggles.
He's bowing what you do in these lands.
I'll kind of whisper to you that it is a courtesy that costs you nothing.
You do things different than in Kalamshan.
And he just follows after you.
Oh fuck! You're from Kalamshan.
I just gotta tip my hat.
Instantly have guesses about your alignment.
Rio makes a brief motion of bowing, and Shadow inclines her head as well, her own attempt at being accepting. Haleth is currently preoccupied staring daggers at the dwarf, who also seems to recognize Haleth and is now freaking out slightly. He can't move because of the chains, and he can't speak because of the gag, but you realize that he realizes he's in danger.
Really? Now he's in danger. After being chained up and gagged by a group of goblins, he's in danger now that we came. Oh, yes. Man, this man's priorities are a little fucked.
So Yek the Tall, still reclining on his cushions, waves his arms amicably and says, "Please, Ron, please. I am a gracious king. Thank you all so much for coming. It is so nice to see new faces within my domain."
Indeed.
I assure you, the pleasure is all ours.
He makes a brief motion of gesturing towards the goblins, and you're beginning to notice that some of them are armed, as well as the bugbears as well. And he says, "I hope you excuse some of my more..."
The fact that only some of them are armed is the part that is reassuring.
Yeah.
Yes, only some. I hope you excuse my armed guards, but recently we have trouble with thefts, and he makes a gesture towards the far wall where the dwarf is sitting. And we have had to take precautions. But you are, of course, welcome to use the bazaar all the same.
Oh, that is most gracious, Your Highness. I take it this one was caught trying to steal some of your great wealth.
Yes, he attempted to harm some of our fellows and then also trying to steal some of my own wealth. And of course, he has paid the price for doing so.
This does not surprise me.
I'll put a hand on the Revenant. Well, I keep forgetting I'm a halfling. On the Revenant's knee.
I had his knee or something.
Yeah. You see, this one was also wronged by this man, I think, and has come back because of his unfinished business. Maybe he could deal out whatever punishment you wish for this one.
Old.
Yank gets a curious look on his face and he says, well, the punishment I have doled out for him now is permanent servitude and restraints until death.
Until death being the key word, I think.
Yes. I don't tread or let criminals tread on my people lightly, of course. I am a noble king, after all.
Of course, Your Highness.
Is the Revenant just gonna, file off and kill this guy when we're not looking, or?
If you're just guessing based on his look, he looks like he wants to be the one personally responsible for killing, but he also doesn't want to cause your guys' death by doing this in the middle of a goblin on.
Good.
He has some amount of sense.
Good.
Well, that is only one of the reasons we have come down to your lair, so to speak. One of your subjects, I believe is the word, requested that we take a look at some manner of object.
Yak gets a curious and slightly suspicious look on his face as he quirks his brow. At this point, he does stand up from his nice reclined position on the multiple cushions to more easily address and appraise you all. And he says, look at what exactly? I don't recall requesting any help with anything.
No. It was simply a little subject who was wanting what he thought might be good for his king.
I'm starting to see why the guy didn't come into the room with us.
As you're looking around, anybody in particular, I'd like to get an insight from somebody who's getting a feel for the room.
I think that sounds like Maddock.
What's your insight at? 6?
It's
Same
plus
as me?
6. Ah, jeez.
That is a lot better than a 9. You both have 6. That's interesting.
Right.
So, Strife, you in particular, getting a better look from your vantage point than Maddock, can tell that the goblins surrounding the area have an idea of what you're mentioning, and a few of them look like they want to just leave the room. Not to fight you guys, but just simply leave the room and let you do what you need to do.
He did not state what the item was, merely that you might like aid from maybe eyes that are trained in arcane.
Yek pauses a moment more, considering the sentence, and says, I have... Nothing in my hoard has required appraisal at any... recently, at the very least. Are you sure you're not simply mistaken? I have nothing else that could be...
Oh, perhaps I heard incorrectly. We just heard this and thought we might offer our aid to one such as yourself, Your Highness.
I think you've been misinformed, but I appreciate the noble and gracious attempts.
Mayhaps then you would perhaps appreciate other services we could render to you.
All right, Fisto.
Shut up. That's
why.
why I started there, because I suddenly realized, like, am I actually replaying Fallout dialogue in my head when I say this?
Assume the position.
Assume the position.
He considers it for a moment before saying, well, there is something I could request of you. It's simple enough, and I think you'd be doing this on your way to wherever you'll be going next. We have trouble with some of the local agents here, some of the other factions on this in our space here. As you know, there is a guild known as Xanathars. It's recently retreated more down to the 3rd level, but a few of the agents, those wanting to strike out and become independent, have remained here with some forces. If you were to remove these hazards to my people, I think I would greatly appreciate it.
Sorry, had a cough.
You're good.
I'm suddenly really happy Styx isn't here. Because I'm pretty sure the first thing he would have said is, like, who's the human?
What up, my gobbo?
Yeah, that Styx would have made this particular moment very awkward.
Well, they're off wondering how to parse through his offer. I'm just going to just hold up a finger as if excuse myself as I kind of turn away, put a arm over Haleth's shoulder.
Out of curiosity, you merely wanted retribution against your former companions, right?
Yes, I would offer again that while I don't sense my holy symbol on him, that he might have something else. I did mention a map before. He could be the one carrying it. That I can't know.
We'll ask about that, but I don't think the good king or his court will simply hand anything over. That being said, I can't speak for what would entertain your requirements. A dwarf serving a lifetime as servants to goblins is rather hilarious.
It really is.
While I agree with the assessment, if it comes down to it, I will seek his end. I, of course, will not endanger you or your associates. He says this obviously while trying to maintain a quiet tone, considering you're surrounded by goblins, but does lean in and continue. If it comes down to it, and there's no other way, I can return here alone and finish it.
Right. Well, one thing at a time.
And I just pat him on the shoulder before I look back and just look back at Matic and Strife, since they're the ones that are deciding the next course of action.
I believe we may be able to help with a Xanathar issue down here. And really, our only payment we would require is simply information of how to get down to the next level, and possibly further levels. And any information of those levels. And possibly of...
And I just kind of point to Copper back there all chained up and gagged.
That one, in particular, is a venturing party.
Iek wrinkles his nose slightly and says, "There's more of them?"
I just curtly nod my head.
Well, we don't have them captive here, if that is the question. They most likely are elsewhere within the dungeon, if they are not already dead.
I just turn to Haleth.
I see why you want the others dead.
Wow, this guy left a really bad impression on these goblins. Damn, what did he do?
Telling you, man, this guy's from Kalasham. They don't fuck around.
Wrong. Whatever. But Yek continues and says, of course, I am more than happy to provide any information we have, and you are safe under my roof and my domain, free to trade, as well, as long as you bring no harm to my people and don't steal.
You value trade here.
Quite highly, yes. We are even building an auction hall. I don't know if you happen to stop by and see the construction, but we're hoping to make it quite a luxurious spot.
May I propose a trade to you?
What could you have to offer me?
I will give you a gold for a copper, my friend.
I slowly turn my head to you and ponder. It's like, you're either making a great joke to this man, or you're about to get us killed. And I'm worried which is gonna fall.
Oh, shit. Like, I'm being half serious, but I don't think that roll's gonna make that matter. Like, I was hoping the joke might make him think about it.
I got you. Despite your offhanded attempt at a humor with it, Yek does seem to consider it seriously for a moment before saying, if you are talking about the dwarf, in return for the damages he wrought, I would accept a payment of 100 gold, and I would turn him over to your custody.
Okay.
Hey, Arats.
Era. Give him a minute to find out where his mic is. And Rhythm, I have muted, so that it.
Well, what the hell?
What is
Looking at Discord right now.
Yeah.
Everything okay?
What's wrong with Discord?
I'm just gonna mute Rhythm just in case.
I do all the time.
Unless I'm using it, it's of no use.
Also, hi Arats, we encounter goblins, very friendly goblins that I don't know what the fuck's going on anymore, honestly. Apparently their king's been cursed and looks like a human. The king apparently doesn't give a fuck.
He
But the
seems
rest
to
of the
be
subjects are...
Yeah. He seems to be enjoying his human shape, but the rest of his subjects want him to be a goblin again. You guys were asked by one of the citizens to help with this. The king gets angry if it's ever mentioned, and considering that the last person he made angry was a dwarf, and he shaved the dwarf, you think his anger could be pretty powerful. Maybe. Kind of.
You know, force them into a lifelong slavery until death.
Yeah. As it turns out, the dwarf they have captured is one of the Revenant's old party members that killed him, so the Revenant wants the dwarf dead as well. And since you guys can't get the circlet off the king to evaluate it with magic, or at least haven't been able to do so far, the king has offered a job of clearing out the rest of the dungeon for the safety of the citizens. Supposedly, despite the Xanathar's Guild retreating to the 3rd level a month ago, some independent forces, old agents of Xanathar's Guild, have stayed around and tried to make their own claim to terror.
Cool.
That's a quick and dirty recap of what you've missed.
Did we level up?
Nope.
Nope.
Damn it.
We hardly went past the first floor.
Yeah, we did find the other group of the gang of vampire crap, but we decided since you weren't here, we weren't really gonna screw with that too awful much until you got here.
I mean, we don't have to. We are on a different floor now.
Yeah, but we're gonna have to go back at some point, and it is one of the tasks we agreed to. That said, it's a possibly dangerous task, and we've only seen bits and pieces of what they got.
So what now? Are we planning to do what? Help the king or help the goblins get rid of the king? Whatever.
I would toss in that the goblins don't want their king dead. They just want him to not be a human anymore.
But the king likes being a human, apparently. So, yeah, there's that problem as well. Also, there's apparently a bit of leftover Xanathar guild in this level they want cleared out, which I'm more than happy to help with.
The Xanathars Guild are very dangerous foes.
Taking that from the king, we need shadow for that, so we should do something else instead.
The circlet isn't able to be removed from him as well.
What do you mean?
As far as you guys have been informed, the circlet is cursed in that it turned him into a human and is also unremovable.
Well, in that case, we just need to take a nap and our cleric can take care of that, right?
No.
No.
You can't remove curses?
No.
Well, shit.
Either way, Yisrim will, does it seem like we're all in agreement of his thing?
100 gold for the jackass, so our revenant friend can kill him and possibly clear out some Xanathar guild? I'm not against it.
We're just spending money.
We haven't spent a dime yet is the problem, and we haven't found anything worthwhile yet other than cursed objects.
Yeah, are we paying the king or something?
We don't have any money,
Yeah.
so...
I have 5 gold.
How much
putting that on the back
he
burner.
asking?
He wants
100 golds.
Yeah.
I
For
have
the
100
dwarf.
gold. I
Do
can pay
you
that,
want-
that's easy.
Yeah.
Do you want to pay 100 gold for the dwarf?
Yeah, the money?
Yeah, no problem.
What'd you
Yeah,
come, how much did you come down here with?
40 platinum pieces. So 400 gold.
That's not
Okay.
dangerous at all.
You came down here with 40 platinum pieces.
Yeah.
And if I'd known that first encounter would have gone very differently.
I knew it would be handy.
I came under here on the assumption we all came in basically broke as a joke, so we just loot and carry out. But okay, fuck.
I mean, it's not all my money, it's just some of my money. Why not?
All
But
right.
yeah, if the king asks for 100 gold, we'll do it, yes, sure. We can kill a dwarf.
An evil dwarf who not only stole and possibly murdered the fuck out of one of his own party members, but also attempted to steal from friendly goblins.
Also, his own party also left the dwarf to die too, so I'm seeing a pattern.
Yeah, can't wait to meet the other assholes.
So are you guys going through with this then? Rio, you're handing over 10 platinum for the dwarf's life?
Yeah, no problem, yeah. Yeah, sure, 10 platinum, sure.
Does he start saying, no, you can't do this?
Who, the dwarf?
Yeah.
He's gagged, or otherwise he would, yes.
Also, there is a thing I would like to ask the king now that we're here. What is that?
That was not the right sound bite. I apologize.
Yeah, I have.
That was supposed to be sad violins.
Okay, not close. As I'm handing the money to the king, I would like to ask him if he has seen a tiefling in the last few months passing by. A tiefling girl.
So if you're holding out these 10 platinum free and clear, Yek will have one of his goblin guards move up to grab it. As you're asking this, Yek is considering the question before saying, we've seen a number of people pass through here. I don't think one of them has been a tiefling girl, though. I apologize.
I don't do that, first of all. And
Do what?
the Leroy Jenkins thing.
Yeah, that was a whole, 50 sound clips that's being played right now. I fucked that up bad. No,
I
160
recommend
of them.
muting the music bot.
Yeah, I my joke has spiraled out of control and become something horrible.
It's okay. It was not
It's playing a whole soundboard.
But yeah, I would like to pay for our dwarf friend here.
Alright.
In that 10 platinum.
Okay. In that case, the goblin takes the 10 platinum, eagerly runs it over to Yek, who takes a moment to count it out with his nice human hands on his human fingers, because he's still a goblin and he needs to count with his fingers.
But now he has 5 fingers to count with instead of 4.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming he has them all.
Yes, he has all of them.
That's pretty good for a gobbo.
Complete control over it, but so he counts the 10 platinum out, makes a few snaps, and the bugbears adjacent to the dwarf move over and just unlock his chains and throw him towards you guys. Goblin moves out of the way.
Step out of the way of the revenant.
Hold on. I feel it may be disrespectful to execute this poor dwarf in front of His Majesty. We should take him somewhere else, lest we dirty the floor.
I felt goblins like to see this kind of entertainment. I could be wrong.
We will let you two decide what will happen to him. I am doing some shopping.
Awkward.
Haylith steps forward and is eager to grab the back of Copper's shirt, or leather armor rather, and drag him away. He also is of the mind that the king probably doesn't want blood spilt on the ground.
Fair enough.
Wait, should we question him first?
You feel free to do that.
And as we walk out, passing the goblin that led us here, I just say,
Well, this is going to be more complicated than I thought. Give us a bit, we'll be back.
Complicated's a very light word for such a heavy frickin' time. Oh, dear sweet lord.
By the way, if it comes down to it, obviously we want no altercation with any of you. If we were to, because it looks like we'll have to, force him to remove the crown, can you arrange so that way none of you interfere?
Ballsy.
The goblin considers it for a moment, says, a lot of us consider, or of the same thought, that we'd want him returned back to Goblin. I could get the goblins out of there, but the bugbears were paid off by him. You'd have to either bribe them or get rid of them yourself.
Well, that's a start. We'll be back.
What are the goblins selling?
The goblins sell a very large, wide range of things. Anything ranging from armor, shields, weapons, adventuring gear, tools, trade goods, food, and drink. Anything from basically Chapter 5 of the Player's Handbook.
I'm looking for maybe like some exotic Yawning Portal tea, like something that would come from here. Do I see anything that strikes my fancy?
They do sell their own version of goblin wine, which typically isn't drinkable by anything other than a goblin, or something that has poison resistance, which you're welcome to try.
I am not that kind of halfling this time. That's usually my go-to.
That's their main offer for when it comes to exotic drink that they can produce.
Okay. I see no good tea leaves.
How about a hand mirror? Can I find one of those?
Yes, that sounds a bit more reasonable. It will be tarnished, obviously, because it's coming from goblin hands. All of these things are of slightly damaged or poor quality. Considering the fact that most of these were probably pulled from the corpses of adventurers, I think you understand.
Is it usable?
It is.
Cool. How much?
How much is...
Are they selling these at normal rates or higher or less?
I believe sell them at 3 times the normal price.
What? Motherfuckers.
I'm so sorry. A mirror, if I recall, which I don't believe I do.
They're kind of pricey. If I remember correctly.
Yeah.
A steel
pricey.
mirror, here it is, does not have the price attached to it because, of course, it doesn't. We find it on D&D Beyond.
I think it's 5 gold pieces.
So it would be 15, if that is correct.
I'll hand a single platinum piece and say, "Is this okay? I don't have any more."
The goblin takes a second to bite the platinum because that's the classic move that all goblins make. And say, that's part of it, but it doesn't cover all of it.
Shit, do I have something else?
I mean, you realize we have 2 people in the party that have mirrors, right?
But he
You
wants...
have like a tiny, tiny mirror you can see through doors, right?
Well, that's what the steel mirror is.
Yeah, that's basically what you're trying to buy.
Oh, I thought it would be like a normal size mirror.
No, like you're thinking hand mirror? No, those are...
You want to buy like a full-sized wall mirror?
No, a hand
like a hand mirror.
Okay.
Never mind. I don't buy it. If people have it, I thought it would be like a hand mirror.
You can get a hand mirror for basically the same price. It's a mirror is a mirror to the price gouging of D&D. So if you want a specific kind of mirror, you can do so. It's just a matter of thematics.
Ah, fine. I'll pay the full price. Fuck it. Fucking goblins.
Okay, you can get 5 gold back because they can give change if you believe it or not.
I have trouble believing
I
it,
believe
actually.
it.
So
So where's the party? I'm lost. What is the party?
They're currently all around the bazaar, while me and the Revenant are having a discussion with the dwarf.
Are the goblins kind of good-natured? Are they simple, humble folk, or?
They are a wide, chaotic bunch that seem to be enjoying the game of trades and barterings as though it's some sort of game. Most of them don't know any trade, so they're not quite humble folk. But
If they're enjoying it, could I just sit about haggling with them and not actually buy anything if they enjoy it?
yeah, you could do so. That won't bring you any sort of like negative press or anything like that. They don't mind just haggling.
I'm like offering to trade them a gallon of honey for this obviously defective silk rope.
Perfect indeed. Shadow's keeping an eye here. Yisrim, are you wanting to do anything particular within this market before I mention what's going on with the dwarf and Strife and the Revenant?
I'll probably be waiting here, since it's just Eastern.
Actually, I want to ask him something. Hey, I noticed you have like similar powers of spells that I use. Can you help with that curse? It seems like something.
I'm afraid you're delusional, divine man. I am not of the divines. My power, it comes more from my heritage. Yet, perhaps I might be able to undo a curse. Such things were common back in my lands, but not right now.
Wait, so you're saying you can do magic just out of nature? Like out of nowhere?
He just draws one of his Kopesh, and as you look at it, you see the little fissure in the blade.
These blades were designed to draw out the power of genies from my people. I stole them. So now I can do the same thing.
Oh yeah, almost. I can do that.
I'm so happy I wasn't there for that conversation.
Well, fair enough. I'm glad I asked. Wait, are you a sorcerer?
No.
What the fuck are you? Why I have to ask?
Allow me
this
to
every single
elaborate.
question?
Class-wise, he's cleric, but he's not a cleric in-game.
Oh, I see. Okay, I'm gonna try and find the murderer's party. Where are you murdering a guy? Where do you go to murder a guy?
This rope is fraying. It is no good. I will give you half a gallon of honey.
What you talking about? Half a gallon of honey for a silken rope? What do you mean it's frayed? Look at it, for God's sakes. I would have rubbed that on my genitals 3 times.
Look right here, and I hold it up to my face real close, and I'm like, oh no, it smells like goblin dads. No good. Quarter of gallon of honey.
You son of a bitch, do you have any idea where you are in this bazaar? That's worth twice as much here.
I point out all the male goblins. I'm like, look at all the male goblin rope everywhere.
Yeah, we all rubbed our genitals on this rope. That's why it's worth so much.
As that pleasant conversation is going on in the center here, we pan the screen or the video, whatever.
The camera kind of like fades to black from the fumes off this rope.
Exactly. We pan the camera back down to the hallway where Haleth rather, and Strife have pulled the dwarf Copper Stormforge out into the hallway here, away from the Goblin Bazaar, and have pushed him up against the wall. Haleth, eager to get this over with, rips out the gag holding Copper's voice. God, I am bad with my words, always. Gagging Copper, he rips it out. Haleth demands quickly to where the others are, and Copper is quick to retort, But we killed you! He seems still a little stunned by the fact that Haleth is here, still a little fearful as well, and if it wasn't for Haleth's strong grip on his shoulder, he'd probably be trying to book it right now. Strife, are you interfering in this at all?
Just a bit, I'm just interjecting.
Yes, you did kill him, and now he's back, and he is very upset. I would suggest answering his questions. Otherwise, he may go slowly.
That is a fair point. Copper gets a bit uncomfortable and quiet after that, and Haleth continues what he's saying, starts out by asking, if you don't, where are the others? And do you have anything left from what we gathered? Copper is getting a bit uncomfortable still. He's understanding that he's in a bad situation here. He goes, I know anything that I had, the goblins took or was already taken by them, and they ran off ahead of us. Let me pull up the names so that he can actually give the names. The rest of the fine fellows named...
That just sounds like a bunch of murderers to me.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We fine fellows are law-abiding citizens, so long as you get the fuck out of here right now.
Here it is. Midna ran ahead trying to find more of the magical artifacts, and Rex thought we weren't worth his time and went his separate way. I thought I could get some coin from the goblins here, but that turned out sour for me. But really, you don't have to kill me. I saved the map at the very least. I still have it on me too. You don't have to kill me. If no one is interjecting, Haleth begins to get a bit more aggressive towards him, and Copper finally takes out the map, which apparently he sequestered in some sort of secret pocket near his ass. I'm not lying, that's part of it.
Wow.
That's legitimately written is that he hid it in a pocket in his ass.
Wizards of the Coast. I mean,
so
damn.
It's not prison pocket, it's prison pocket adjacent.
Yes. Yes.
Good God.
I'm still gonna clean it with prestige attention a bit.
Yeah,
Somebody stretched out. Never mind.
I snatched the map out of Copper's freaking grasp.
Thank you. Now I will leave this man to do what he came here to do. Goodbye.
I just start walking away.
Cool.
I'm not stopping this freaking man getting his rightful vengeance.
No, that's fine with me. Rio, are you sticking around since you popped up during this?
Basically, I'm just around here, kind of trying not to see in case he tries to run. There, not looking. Waiting.
No, I got you. So the Revenant, who is left with no real weapons but has his fists, takes a long look at Rio and then a long look at Copper before he begins simply wailing on him. And Copper, despite his supposedly decent adventuring career, has very few hit points left, and a Revenant's fist is nothing to joke about.
No, it's not.
So Copper goes down, and he's not getting back up.
That being said, he has no weapon?
The Revenant has no weapon, no. He was left without his weapon and without his holy symbol. He was
Just
left...
Beat a
only-
man to death with his bare fists.
Yeah. He was left
Alright.
only in his leather armor.
How do cursed objects react to undead?
Depends on what the curse is.
Yandere blade.
We could just have him pick up everything we find for a while.
True, but like you said, it would only be for a while, because once Revenants get their revenge, they're dead.
Well,
Permanently.
that's one of the...
All we have
Three
to do
remaining?
is find one of them while we're sneaking ahead and just avoid them. They must be on the next level. This is the 23rd level. I
mean,
know!
I'm pretty sure Revenants know where the target is.
At all times, yes.
Never
as long as they're on the
mind.
same plane of existence.
Oh,
Well, one of the caster boys better start leveling up quick.
yeah, I want to level up so I can. I need to level up. I'm gonna ask
Private
her.
sanctum that shit.
So what now?
He pauses for a moment before shrugging and saying, "We find the others."
I mean, yeah, but where?
He pauses to think for a moment and says, "There's one to the southeast and one to the east."
they're
He
both in this
points. He nods.
Oh, that makes it easier. We should regroup with the others. And I'll try to step away from the bloody corpse.
You watched a very traumatizing thing where you watched a undead spirit of vengeance literally beat a dwarf to death with his bare hands.
You say traumatizing. I believe undeads are not traumatizing in D&D. We know they exist.
I think watching a man beat another man to death with his bare fist
Daddy.
is the traumatizing part, though.
Hey, you just wait till you know Maddock a little better.
Don't even use your own fist to beat people to death. Use astral freaking fists to beat people to death. Use a stand.
Maddock
Yeah.
fucking used to.
Also, we have burned people alive and do other shit. I mean, we're adventurers. We do crazy shit.
I freaking died.
I wasn't there.
Man,
That
I've
one
actually
I
played
missed.
decidedly murder hobos in this group.
That's typically a good thing.
Stregobor, he was just a craftsman. He didn't want to fight people. Osriel, he was a 17-year-old bard. He was horrified by the shit you guys did.
That's why
Now you're a
Matthias was
monster.
around, because for him it was just a good old time.
So where is the rest of the party? We need to decide what to do.
Well, we now have this map, which will be insanely helpful for this level, I imagine. Oh wait,
I
this is the third
believe
level. Fuck.
It would be wise to have this conversation outside.
Well, yeah, but we need the party. Okay.
Out of
Shane's been
character,
waiting
if
by
I was
the
a goblin,
entrance.
I would listen into adventurers and sell the information to the people farther into the.
You don't need to be out of character to say that. You're a monster, you know this shit.
I mean, fair. I mean, honestly, if someone walked up the sticks and he was part of this party and freaking offered fucking money for information, he would give it. I mean,
I'll give
a lot
you
of
20 copper if you tell me what they were planning.
Well, if you really
I
want to
will-
know, they were planning on taking this map and they found it in this one guy's ass. I don't know what really the map's full of. I'm pretty sure it's bullshit, though.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
I'm
sorry,
gonna clean
dwarf
that
shit.
map.
I will just pop in and say that Haleth remained in the same hallway that he murdered a guy in, and Shadow, for my own ease of movement, went to keep him covered so that he wasn't alone. So I don't know if you guys want to have this conversation here or in that hallway with them, but it's up to you.
I mean, I guess we include the whole party, I guess.
I could also move Shadow, but I'm just letting you guys know that I moved her there. You went too far. Sorry.
Well, hello, Popper.
So, what do we do now?
Well, we were told to eliminate Xanathar forces.
How did your revenge feel?
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
Prompting with that question, Haleth says it feels hollow with two more of them still walking around. And he repeats the directions, saying that one is to the southeast and one is to the east. And he gestures down the hallway to the right.
I mean, we have to clear the dungeon, so we might as well go in that direction, right?
Have to clear. You mean like the first level?
No, this one. Don't we have like a deal with the goblins?
Yes, but you also had a deal with the Undertakers to clear the first level, and you guys explored
We
third.
just didn't find them.
Yeah, fuck them.
Honestly, you are the worst mercenaries I've ever worked with.
I am not a mercenary.
You kill things for money. You're a
No, I
mercenary.
adventure.
I have considered a trip in bounty hunting, I will admit. I felt well suited to the purpose. But then I heard one of my predecessors did that. He died.
Yeah, we are vendors. Usually people don't pay me to kill things. Usually I kill things and then people pay me. It's kind of weird.
And to be fair,
Usually, people pay me not to kill things. By
we,
things, I mean business.
disturbing. And to be fair, we have to go through the first level again anyway, so we will have an opportunity. We weren't given a time limit.
That is true.
That is a flimsy excuse, and you are
We
well
have
aware.
the argument of you are immortal. We didn't think there was any rush.
Also, I don't want to get in between him and his revenge, and I point to the corpse in the floor. Seems like a bad idea.
He beat that man to death with his bare hands. I almost envy
Did?
that.
Also, if I recall correctly, his partner has like items and other stuff, or money, or something. That's why we came here, right?
If you're prompting him, Haleth would mention that his last partners is Medina, a priest of Shar, and a fighter.
Shar.
Known as Rex the Hammer.
Rex the Hammer. Does he happen to be a Dragonborn?
He does not, I believe. He has been. Yes.
The hammer is like a title.
Is he a
or-
yawn T?
He is. I mean, possibly. As far as.
Yawn T Rex?
Wow.
That was.
No.
Nope. Nope.
To it.
Move on.
Yeah, so Rex the Hammer and Medina, the priest of Shar.
Again, that the hammer is like a title. Does he have like a big hammer, or is like a last name?
Haleth wobbles on the response for a second before saying that he does carry a large hammer. He thinks that's where he got the name from, but he was never the friendly type to share his backstory, so he never really got it.
I assumed it was from the giant-ass hammer he carried, but he never said.
Well, at least there is a hammer we can take.
Well, as it stands, currently we have 4 objectives, 1 above us, and the other 2 we're not entirely sure, though we have been given a direction to go for a final one.
I just start going east.
Okay.
I'll accompany the robot.
Let me pause and pause in real quick as
Damn
you
it.
So,
Yeah,
did he cut out for anyone else or just me?
That's you.
Me? Who cut out?
Anthony.
Was it me? More?
You okay?
More?
Can you hear us?
Hey everybody, it's
Nope.
me, Sauce.
I think we found the issue.
Can you hear us now?
I just found my issue with dungeons. So many hallways. God, it's hard to get by.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure the floor plan for this. Here, let me zoom out. Oh, dear sweet Christ.
Yeah, if you zoom up, you know. Damn, this place is big.
It won't get really confusing
There
until
we go.
things start eating the dead bodies we leave behind and we can't use them as waypoints.
Yeah,
I mean,
everything
it,
froze for
it
me.
won't start getting confusing until the dungeon changes when we rest or something like that.
Oh, can you hear us now then?
Yeah.
Cool. I was wondering what happened to you.
Also,
Yeah.
how do we know when to rest here? We don't see the sun.
When we
When
get
you
tired.
get hurt enough. Yeah.
I don't need to sleep.
Well, you do. You need to repair.
If I take damage, I kind of built this guy not to be in the melee forefront, though, for one of those reasons.
So,
Yeah, so here at the intersection, as I was going to mention, frescoes on the walls of this four-way intersection depict shield dwarves at work. The images actually move as you take a look at them. Dwarves roll and stack barrels, carve blocks of stone, drink from stone tankards, and so forth. As you guys are passing through this area, you can notice how the dwarves will occasionally wave and wink at you as though actually being interactive.
What the fuck?
where to? So one say east or south? I remember.
East or southeast. Either direction is acceptable.
I went east.
Yeah,
I
both have
noticed.
east, so technically we're getting closer to. So let's go.
So here at the tunnels.
I hate this place.
Yeah, gotta love it. You can see that the tunnels obviously stretch out in different paths. The one to the north seems to be leading into a caved-in room. You can see a doorway from where you are, or from poking your head closer to it. But you can see that a lot of this room seems to have been caved in at some point with somebody digging out of it.
I'm gonna pick here. It goes. Yeah. I got it.
Well, now begs the question, do we go down through this, well, it appears to be a dugout tunnel, or do we go north and check out the door?
I would rather go through the
Oh,
door.
God, did it
That,
again.
that was an accident. That time I actually did hit it. I was trying to hit the arrows. Sorry. Haleth says that he is fine traveling with you guys, but he can point the way to either of his quarry with ease. And he just gives a general direction of that.
Perfect. That's all I
Okay.
need.
By the way, which one is in this direction? The hammer or the priest?
Haleth considers it for a moment before saying, Considering how strong the pull is, I imagine it's whoever has my holy symbol, so it could be either.
Okay.
Cool.
I imagine it's not customary for these groups to split up like this.
No, if what Copper said was true, and there had already been infighting with the party before, they likely split up and gave up on each other.
It happens.
This is a hell of a place for a couple of jackasses to realize they don't like each other.
Okay. I think that would be the dirt tunnel we were looking at earlier.
Quite possibly.
Let me take a glance at where you look. Yep. This kind of goes up to... God damn, this place is a freaking maze.
Pause. So, as you guys are getting further along here, you can see that the walls of this passage are painted with images of wizards succumbing to madness and being transformed into nothing. One particularly vivid image shows shafts of eerie green light exploding out of a spellbook and changing a wizard into a gibbering mouth.
Okay. That's not a good book to read.
No, it's not.
Mental note.
And Maddock, as you're getting closer, you can see that light is spilling out of this room here, and you're beginning to hear noise of things moving around and general living in.
Okay. Is it light similar to the fresco of the guy going insane from reading a book?
It's not green light, no, if that's what you're considering.
I'll go here and I'll do Thieves' Cant to you too, saying there's a guy in there.
I think we just kind of tilt our heads at you.
I'll guess.
I act like I'm pulling my thumb off. You know, that thumb trick. And then I pull... You know the thumb trick? Where you trick kids into making them think that you pulled your thumb off?
Yeah, that's why I'm confused. Why are you doing that?
Because there's a guy that needs to lose its head in there? Maybe?
What?
I don't know.
How are we supposed to translate that?
so
We don't speak thieves' cant.
Also, I've played Kenku. That is not how you communicate that.
Well, Thieves' Cant. It's not supposed to make sense.
Except to other thieves.
Yeah,
I assumed Shadow was coming.
Wow, I trip.
That's gonna go badly.
I hate metal work.
Eventually, I just remember I can psychically talk to people instead of pantomiming.
Just now.
I feel like when you do that thumb thing, I yell, "What?"
I at that point, I use silent speech to say there's a fucking guy in there.
And then I yell, "Oh shit!"
Maddock and Strife, you guys getting a closer look at this area. Rio, you two next. You can see that there are empty bookshelves and desks lining the wall. And against the south wall, Maddock, you can see, is a long banquet table filled with fresh foodstuffs on copper platters and copper flagons filled to the brim with wine.
If that was worth eating, the goblins would have taken that shit.
And a portrait of a smiling old wizard with white hair and a robe of eyes hangs above the table. I believe, I can't recall if you've seen this image before. It's the image on the front cover of the book, though.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
Huh. Wait, before we move on, I want to ask something. Hey, do you have to kill that person or he just has to die? Do you want to kill it yourself?
Haleth, rather, sorry, rounds the corner, because he should have been traveling, guys, but I'm lazy. Says that they need to die. I would prefer to do it of my own hand so that the justice is just. But of course, it can be done any means.
Good to know.
So we can't trap him on this plane forever, eternally in our service by killing one of these guys. Good to know.
Who's that? Who's that?
That is a where is a good description of her? That is a woman that seems to be reclining on multiple cushions, much like the king was before. She is being fed grapes and fruit by invisible hands, as she is basically enjoying life. She has 2 holy symbols decked from her neck, or laid out on her neck. One is a purple disc, and one is a gold coin. Rio, with your appalling stealth, that being a -1 and also a 7, the clattering of noise that results from Rio's yelling of what or other noise results in her jerking upright. The floating grapes and platter of food becoming still as she calls out, "Leave my place or suffer my wrath."
That's a bit rude, do you think? Hello. Nice to meet you.
I just kind of glance
place.
back our Revenant friend, like seeing if he recognizes the voice.
He nods, getting or understanding what you're trying to look for.
Awesome. Well, I'm probably gonna regret this decision then.
Greetings, my name is Strife. We are currently a party of adventurers, and we were seeking another party, though they seem to have split up. Mayhaps you would be a part of them. I believe one was a dwarf called Copper.
The woman gets a curious look on her face and says, "What does it matter with that lout?"
Because someone among us would really like to meet you again.
I just freaking step aside and let the Revenant step forward. I just want to see this reaction because I think it's hilarious.
So Haleth, given the opportunity, steps into the light, because what better entrance can there be besides that?
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
What's up, bitch?
He rounds the corner, cracks his knuckles, and says, "Hello, Medina. I would very much like my amulet back." Medina, immediately going white in the face, points forward and just yells, "Get them!" And you guys see the invisible platters dropped and clatter to the floor as invisible forces begin making their way to you.
But they're super weak.
That is possible.
I hope that's the case, because it's kind of hard to shoot what I can't see. That said, I can see her, and I'm more than okay with shooting her.
Let's hope it's a concentration spell.
Really hoping it is. Really wish I took Mage Slayer.
Wow, I rolled really good initiative, and still I'm not going first. Or second.
I rolled an 11.
I'm a Dexy monk. What you expect?
I'm a Dexy sorcerer.
I am very fast.
Priest, and then... Sorry, these things have a very, very peculiar name.
Is it sentient fireball?
No, but those do exist down here, so keep an eye open.
What?
Huh. I kind of want that to be a thing. Sentient fireballs.
They just want to die.
Have you read the new Druid? That's what they do.
Poor Ryan.
That wouldn't be perfect. Wildfire Druid. It's...
I mean, at least we cured Ryan and he didn't die in the campaign like some characters.
I mean, he became skeleton or something. I don't remember. But
I got
go
back
on.
to my normal form at the very end.
Yeah, he was fine.
Eventually.
He was
Sorry, I get a roll
fine.
of shadow as well.
What's her face was fine. You were fine. Styx once again had amnesia, but he was fine.
I don't recall if I died, but I almost did at the end. That cursed thing. I think I
Curse.
dropped to 0. The finger of death I could use
Oh yeah, that thing.
almost killed me.
Well, to be fair, those things were supposed to kill us.
Damn near did.
I know. I mean, we took a bunch of them, so yeah.
Some more than others.
I only took one.
Dun, 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 dun.
I think only Martin took like 3 or 2. I don't remember.
Yeah, Marty got greedy. Freaking, we took 1 and we were good.
We were about
mean,
ready to kill him when he was looking at the other 2 sarcophagi, though.
Oh yeah.
Like, I realize that is meta knowledge, but at the same time, that's very important meta knowledge, knowing what those do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I miss be able to cast Finger of Death. That spell was so fun.
So, first one up is Maddock, and I can already see you lining up your running her. I will mention that you're going to be running into a few invisible forces.
I am a halfling.
You are, but I think that's only allied space you can squeeze into, right? Or hide in.
I mean, I'd be taking opportunity attacks, but...
Okay. If it's any creature, then by all means you can slip through. Because these are medium-sized. Yes, they are.
Okay, that's my normal movement. I'm going to... well, I'm a halfling, so that's 25.
Yeah, but you're a monk. Oh, okay. 35.
Yeah, it's 35 movement right now. Because I started off 5 lower. Any opportunity attacks so far?
Not yet, no.
Alright, I'll spend a key point to bonus action dash. And I'm just gonna run up and I'm gonna drop kick her. Just jump up, double kick to the ovaries.
Ow.
I'm a halfling. I don't have a whole bunch of different places I can hit you. That's gonna suck. Actually, I'm gonna smack her twice with my quarterstaff.
Yeah, sorry. Both hit. You're looking for an AC of 13, so both hit.
And I'll get over here because I had extra movement.
Over there, I need you to be in a spot other than there. You can move through the space of a creature, but not stay within it.
Would me bumping into something invisible kind of show that thing space to the other players?
They could get the idea that something is there at the very
There's
least,
something there!
but it doesn't reveal the shape of it. With the entirety of that movement, I do see 2 opportunity attacks going through to you, though.
Very well. Let's see if you can hit me.
Surprisingly, neither hit you. The one got a 19, so it got pretty damn close.
Not really.
He's
I've
2
got a
away.
21. Alright, that was action, bonus action, movement, free action, yell.
Alright, Strife, that sounds like you're up then.
I'm a fan hammer at the thing I can see. The bitch. That's a crit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you didn't tell me if I hit her with the 16, 17.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. I thought I did. Yeah, so the AC is 13, both 16 and the 17 hit.
18 damage.
Okay, 18. So she's still standing even from that, which does leave room for Strife's. Hold on.
What
so
the fuck, Strife?
Oh shit!
Wait, that's my bad.
I'm hitting her with a stick and you're just... You shoot both of her eyes out for starters.
Right? God damn.
You know, having people fight things that are invisible ain't very friendly there, partner.
Shoot out her eyes.
Yeah, that's enough damage if you can believe to just drop her. That is 18 followed by 21 followed by another 12. Yeah, that's enough.
Wow, I was not expecting that to go that well. Bonus section reload, and that's it for my turn. I shot a bitch to death.
And I believe when she goes down, let me double check.
Yeah, about to say, that's what I'm pinning on here, that they go away.
I hate how Roll20 sets these up. I swear there's something wrong with how they do it, and it just makes information hard to find. Yes, I'm fairly sure, even without seeing it off the top of my head, that they do just stop. They still exist, but they don't obey her commands anymore because she is gone and dead, so...
Well, that was...
Turn order dropped then. You guys are alone in a room with a table full of food.
I swing at where the invisible thing was.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're gonna fight them?
Well, I'm gonna flail my stick around trying to hit the invisible things.
Alright, we start initiative back up.
Just to be clear, with her dying, it appears as though the invisible things are not going to attack you. Are you still wanting to try to clear out the room entirely of their being?
Do they look like they're not hostile?
You don't see anything. You just know nothing swinging at you. Yeah,
I bumped into something and she said, "Hey, kill them all." I haven't seen them go non-hostile, and they haven't had a chance to do anything because we just vaporized this lady.
That is a fair point. You can pretty much vaporize the one next to you because it really only helicopter. It takes a very few hits to actually kill these things. So the one next to you we can vaporize, and I'll get rid of it.
So what you're saying is we get more free XP.
We're not
this
running
wasn't
an experience game, dude.
Yeah, I was say if this was not milestone, maybe.
Okay.
Speaking of those, I'll try to look for the holy symbol and pass it to the Revenant.
Which holy symbol are you passing to the Revenant? Because she had two on.
I'll put one on each hand and say,
Haleth, feeling a bit anticlimactic that the whole thing went down that easily.
Sorry.
Pat Strife's shoulder before approaching Rio's outstretched hand for the two symbols and taking the gold coin, the golden symbol of Joaquin, the goddess of trade. Haleth the other one was a purple disc. Most likely the symbol for Shar, even just taking context clues here.
Who's Shar?
Shar, goddess of night, darkness.
Oh.
She's the one that killed Mistra, I believe. Or was that Sirik?
No, the one...
That was Shar.
Depends on which killing of Mistra you mean, because Mistra's died a couple of times.
Yeah, and she's
Different
committed
Mistras,
suicide
yeah.
a different time.
Yeah, there's that.
Goddess magic is a bit chaotic, you can imagine it.
See.
Does the priestess has anything else useful?
Possibly, but let me give off that Haleth, getting his holy symbol back finally, slides it over his neck, quite happy to have it back, and there seems to be some sort of weight lifted off his shoulders. While he's not immediately disappearing, you can see that even he seems to be nearing the end of his days. Now,
So,
revenge gone.
now that you got your thing, can I have it?
I slowly turn my head at you and just look at the
What?
corpses.
He's about to die.
He came back to life to recover that thing, and you want it?
To remember him by, and to sell for later. You're a tradesman. Look at that. That's Joaquin.
May I point out, one of the reasons that woman is currently dead was because she had killed him and stole from it. Yes.
I am not stealing, and I would never kill him.
You can't. It's
Because he's
impossible.
already dead.
Well, this conversation got awkward. Let's go.
Okay. Would you like some tea before you go?
He pauses for a moment before saying, maybe later, but there is one last piece of this I'd like to do before I jump off.
All right, let's go murder another dude.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I've never felt so bad about critting twice in a row. I've never had that happen.
Wow, I mean, he was really epic. I mean, just 2 shots, dead.
I will say that running the game has really ruined rolling 20s for me. Because now I'm just like, oh no. I have made a mistake.
Right.
Yeah, when the DM crits is, oh no.
Before I was like, oh sweet, super damage. And now I'm like, oh fuck, you're probably gonna die.
To answer Rio's earlier question, Midna had no other, nothing else worth of note on her. Her holy symbol could probably be sold for about 25 gold if you're giving it a right appraisal. Then you guys are left with one person left to find in this wild mage. Haleth can easily gesture towards the south, however you guys want to get there, but his last target's somewhere to the south.
To the south, you say?
Yeah, last time I got pointed south someplace, we ended up in all sorts of bullshit just trying to find a way out again. So, this is gonna be interesting.
We found all sorts of bullshit. We have to go west, then south again. Awesome.
There was a south at the last intersection.
I can't even fucking tell which direction south is down here.
That actually is a fair point.
Yeah, I thought I would point that out to you guys. Like, technically, we don't really know where south actually is. We're just BSing
well,
that
we also have a vengeance compass that is pointing in a direction.
Yeah. He's pointing that way, and I'm using the southern turn just to make it easy for everybody.
Do they even have compasses in the handbook?
Yes.
Somebody should have bought one.
There has to be. They use boats and shit.
I mean,
but you can do it without a compass.
Stars, yeah.
Yeah, stars.
But still, there is a compass in the game.
I'm not sure if it would work like down here, like with
Why?
I used to sell compasses. I know a lot. They get kind of squirrely when you get them way underground.
Fair. Yeah, and magic? Question mark?
Man, magic would really screw with it. So there's that too.
Well, you never know with fucking magic and.
I mean, one of you could always just get the keen mind feat.
I think, yeah, I was just about to say
that would be hilarious. I take the keen mind feat. I take off my headband of intellect. I go back to having a 6 intelligence, but I have keen mind.
I always know where north is. I'm not
never
sure how.
forget stuff. I know which direction north is, but I'm.
Dumb as a rock.
I've got my dementia back.
Are you guys?
So you also remember everything, but you don't remember nothing? How'd that work?
Sticks.
Now you have learned the true way. Who are you?
Hey, I remember this place. I took a piss on that carpet there, and at one point I scrawled my name in that wall. Look, there's my name.
Vengeance compass. Where is the murder to happen?
It's not a Ouija board.
That direction somewhere.
Let's go the other way.
That's an option.
I want my alternate character to be a clown.
I've thought about that a few times.
What
A scary clown or
be
clown
down
clown?
here?
Like a legit clown.
Have you seen Joker?
Nope, nope, nope,
No.
nope, 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 nope.
Okay, what are you noping about? No.
You have
No.
thoroughly announced
Okay.
What happened?
No. No.
Oh shit!
No.
I can't resist the moment I caught an eye of it. Ha! Puns. Also, fuck. That thing killed Stragobor.
No, he killed Strife.
No, the
he
Intellect
killed
Devourer killed
Strife.
Strife. It killed Stragobor.
Oh, right.
Okay, let's lose another one of my characters to a beholder.
Right.
So yeah, you guys see this. You hear sounds of combat happening from the room beyond it. The thing hasn't noticed you yet, considering its undead state, and despite the fact that it's Watcher, it has somewhat of a poor passive perception. So, what do you guys want to do?
Oh god, hey Strife, do you think you pull out another couple of crits?
We blow it to hell. Easy.
I mean, okay. The last time we fought one of these things, it went down to what? One fireball and a barbarian hitting it.
This thing is actually lower level, table talk wise. It's undead.
Like, as much as I hate metagaming this kind of bullshit, like this kind of thing killed two of our party members, so I'm a little wary of it.
You know you have the capability to kill it, but it's the fact of the matter that you have to kill it before it can get an attack off. Because if it gets an attack that actually connects off, it is really dangerous.
Yusreem is just going to roll his eyes as he just walks by you, muttering, and as he gets into sight range of it, he casts blindness on it.
Fuck.
That's interesting.
While he's going around there, I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 key points to activate my thing, so I have it ready on my turn.
Now, I will tell you, my save is really low, so you're probably going to make it. But, yeah, it's just like, Yusreem, he's like, everybody is so overreacting over
What
nothing.
is your save?
It's 13.
My gorilla 4-armed Buddha appears behind me.
Wait, I thought you could only summon the arms right now.
I'm just flavoring it a little bit.
Yeah, he's flavoring it like a stand.
It is.
I haven't watched Yo-Yo.
So it's a 13. So
Buddy.
double check.
Yeah, DC's 13. Con.
I got an 18 without a modifier.
Okay. So, roll initiative? There we go.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, roll
Yes.
initiative. And pretty. We've gotten really lucky on rolling high on these before, so who knows? I rolled a
Disintegration.
1.
What is that? Dex? Gone? I don't remember. Just
What?
to be, the disintegration shit is Gong or Dex or I don't remember.
I believe off the top of my head.
Stacks. And if we're talking, technically Strikebor should have had advantage against the last disintegration ray because he had danger sense.
Did he have danger sense at that time? Because he was
did.
also multi-classed. Oh yeah.
Oh, right. I forgot
Yep,
about
yeah.
the multi-class.
I did not have that. Because I think I
Too
was
late.
Rogue 1, Barbarian 2? I don't even remember.
If you were 2, I think you would have had danger sense.
So
I think you were.
Rogue 2,
Rogue
Barbarian
2.
1.
Yeah, that sounds right. I wanted cunning action.
Yeah, because cunning action is absurdly useful.
All right. So Yusrim goes forward, attempts a spell using his kopeshes, and the beholder seems to shrug it off. I also think I need to add on a few other people that die.
Oh, should I not have moved?
They'll be joining the next round. I'm sorry. You, by all means, can go ahead.
The 4-armed golden gorilla Buddha behind me says, "Omae wa Shindoru," and I'm going to punch it with radiant.
Nani?
Let's see. I
He
have
has
2 normal
a-
attacks.
You don't have a bonus act. Oh wait, no. Shit.
He used his arms before we got into combat.
That's true. So he does.
Make 1 extra attack with my astral arms as a bonus action. Oh, so I only have the 3 attacks.
You didn't
Yeah,
use
right now
your
you can only do them.
you didn't use your arms of the astral self before we started combat.
No, I did. I did.
In that case, you have 4. If you're using your flurry of blows.
I will use my last key point to do a flurry. For... I guess it's just 4.
Alright, so all 4 of those attacks. 3 of them hit. The 12 does not. You're looking for 15.
I appreciate a DM that tells us the AC, so we don't have to constantly sit here and guess at it.
All right.
Making it easier for me too.
Not bad.
That is radiant damage.
Radiant damage.
It's like...
Zewaldo.
Freaking weeaboos.
Right.
Anything else with your turn, Madar?
Well, that was my movement, bonus action, and action. I wish I could do more stuff.
You seem to have taken a solid chunk out of this thing's underside, considering that it's floating and you're a halfling.
Well, my giant arms can just punch it directly in the eye.
That is completely fair. Yisrim, how would you like to do?
Eastrim, seeing that his Kopeshes didn't do the job, he's just going to sigh, and as he flares them out to the side, once again they start filling the rivulets in the Kopesh with magma.
Sometimes you have to do things the right way.
And he just runs forward and smacks the thing with Searing Smite. Uses bonus action for Searing Smite, so that way he can just burn this thing with a attack.
Okay.
Thankfully,
I believe it's the Searing Smite, and that it's the Kopesh, and then it's the Searing Smite.
if it hits, yes. If it doesn't hit, you still have Searing Smite going.
Okay. Oh, wait, let me turn off the flanking. But either way, 18.
Hits.
Hits.
Alright, so that's a 7 on the Kopesh, and then the Searing Smite. DC 13 con save.
DC 13 cons. It makes it.
Okay. At the start of each roll, On a successful save, the spell ends.
But
I don't know.
Does this
Yeah,
take the
but
damage?
that's all I can do. I'll keep reading this next player.
Shadow is up. Let's have her move forward.
Sneak attack.
30.
Attack.
It hasn't done its action, so she would get her assassin stuff.
That is.
I think she's an assassin.
She's not an assassin, she's a scout.
Well, that's stupid.
Honestly, Assassin's only good if you plan on just sticking at Rogue 3 on him anyway.
I thought she was an assassin with a level of
That
rogue,
said,
Sort of. Why are you guys critting? Where's my crits, goddammit?
your crits kill us.
I'm on my 3rd character.
I'm
Hired the second one.
technically on my 1st and my 3rd.
That's fair. That is fair, but I'm on my 3rd character.
So she's going to do that. Bonus action dash to get out of range because she is a smart character, and Haleth is up.
Hey.
So I just looked it up. Searing Smite. It does the fire damage. The con is to see if they're still on fire. So
Okay,
That's what I
so
thought.
it still takes the fire damage. Cool. Cool. Damage put. It's not looking too good.
That said, I don't think any of us can finish it off in the time it takes for us to get close enough.
Revenant. Save us.
He had the dash, so he can't do anything. But the Beholder is up. It gets one random eye ray.
Disintegration.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna roll a d4 to pick the person that I'm gonna hit, because why not? Manarch is 1, Ystrim 2, Haleth is 3, and Strife is 4.
Disintegration.
Oops, that's not right. Kitty, get off my keyboard, god damn it.
You want to just... I'll roll the 3 anyway, so I guess it is the 3.
Yep. So Haleth is going to be facing a Fear Ray. Fantastic.
Can he be feared as a revenant?
No, he cannot.
Wow, that was lucky.
So nothing happens because the undead are both unlucky and super lucky at the same time. What the fuck?
That's funny.
Rio.
They're both looking at each other like, I don't know. I mean, I see the beholder. Is there anything else here? No, right?
You heard the sounds of combat before, so there are more people nearby, but you don't see them directly.
I think we might have been. I think we might have actually found the rest of the Xanathar guild that's left down here.
Well, we're actually doing something we said we'd do.
Well, with the sound of combat, it sounds like near. It has to be near for us here, right?
Yes.
So, I'm just gonna Sacred Flame the beholder. Fuck it. The Scythe is gonna kill it.
Hopefully.
So, Dex save for radiant damage.
Dex save. That's the wrong undead. Got a 13. Your DC is 15. Cool.
Radiant damage.
Yeah, no, this thing is looking rough. Yeah, so next up would be...
Wait, one other thing. As a bonus action, I cast Shield of Faith on the Cleric and myself. So I use 1 key point. Sorcery point, sorry.
1 sorcery point. Yeah, you don't get key anymore. So Ystrim, the channeler of his divine forefathers, and Rio both get Shield of Faith. Which I think is a +5?
+2.
Plus 2. You can make a +5 if you want, I don't mind.
Yeah, right.
No, I think that's the shield spell I'm thinking of.
Yeah, shield is 5. Well, let's see if Strife can avenge fucking Stregobor in some weird sense. That's a 17. Or 9. Shoot it again. That was almost. And that is a 12 damage.
9 and then 12 is enough to put it down. Let me double ruling.
Alright, undead shit.
So you deal a total of 9 damage for...
I don't know if it helps, but it took radiant damage. I don't know if that helps at all.
I don't know. A fair amount of radiant.
Fair enough. Radiant helps in some cases, but this exact he still gets to make the con save.
Oh, okay, I get it.
So he needed to get a DC of 17, and he failed because he got a 16.
Yay!
I don't get the killing blow.
Strife, again, with his fantastic firearm, just nails the thing, and it flops to the ground. Which is fantastic timing, because the others get to rush out to join the fray.
The other what?
The other 6 beholders.
Nope. I want to leave now.
I just want to say I can haste myself so I can run faster. I can do that.
I can still outrun you.
I don't think you can.
I think you're at key points.
Yeah, with haste you can
I
double
can
dash.
still
and you have six-
outrun everyone else, and that's the only thing that matters.
I have 40 movement speed.
Alright.
How do you fucking have 40 movement speed?
He's a weird class.
Homebrew gunslinger.
God. Hey, I heard you like to monk, so I'm gonna monk your monk.
With a gun.
So Maddock, you are still the first up. As you begin to hear the sounds of combat dying off from around the corner, that being over here. It seems like some forces are beginning to approach you guys.
Okay, so they're not pouring in.
I just added them to the combat round to show that they're joining the fray, but I'm not giving them a free action to run in, because I thought that probably wouldn't be fair.
I mean, if we want to put them all together, I don't mind. Do it.
I had it like that last time. Let's see. What is this thing?
That is a person wielding a very large axe. It's a powerfully built woman with shaggy black hair and pale skin. 7 foot tall.
God damn.
It's Yasha.
I ask. Are you Yasha?
She looks perplexed and says, "No, my name is Nadia, and I'm going to kill you now."
Oh, now 1 second. And the golden arms just start destroying her nose.
Let's see it. You are looking for an AC of 13 to be fair.
Damn, awkward.
What is with all the crits today?
7.
Yeah. 30.
And
Wow.
you're right, 30. Yes, she is still alive.
Okay. Bonus action. Oh, I can't bonus action disengage without key because I'm not a rogue.
Yeah.
And my bonus action was to throw an attack. So that's my turn. And that attack was a crit, so it was worth it.
It was worth it.
Yisram, you hear
My
the
name
sounds-
is Maddock, and you can go fuck yourself. With that attitude.
You hear that.
That's my line.
I put blood and golden fist imprints all over this lady's face.
More? You with us still?
More?
Yeah, I'm here. So at Maddock yelling his name, he's like,
Oh, so that's what his name is.
I just realized that I've had the JonTron version of fireworks stuck in my head for the last 30 minutes.
alright.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Why not? Guiding bolt.
The woman
Yep. 13 meets.
meets 13 damage.
Weird.
Still standing. Anything else?
That's all I can do.
Let's have Shadow move here. Bonus action dash. Here, I think she can see now. Let's
Just
have her-
remember, next attack is advantage.
That is a good point. Let's have her do her longbow attack at advantage for 21. Good thing she had advantage.
Yup.
Good call. Good call. 13 damage. The woman is still standing. Shadow goes through. Haleth, who didn't get to fight the fellow undead, now has to rush over here to save his quote-unquote associates. And see if there's a whole horde of guys here. He's going there. He's just going to take hits. Rio.
Oh god, why the undead? stood in the way. I hate it.
Because he has only fists. Fists of fury.
We need to give that man a weapon. Hey, these people have weapons. We'll give them their weapons.
I don't want to. I don't want to
I mean,
flame
he's
you
not
on that.
gonna stay with this last person, so.
I cast. I'm just do a sacred flame on the lady that with the axe.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Dex save. Let's see her make it. She rolled a 5, so she takes 10 damage. Still standing. Barely.
Okay, that's it.
And then all the thugs.
Thugalicious.
Him here. Him here.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, we got more Goblin Kings.
Right? I was just thinking that.
Yeah, unfortunately they only have limited images they use for characters, so... They're all the Goblin King. We're all Goblin King now.
I'm so tempted to fire the fucking.
Dance, baby, dance. Dance, baby, dance.
I have 6 attacks going towards Maddock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 hit. Each one rolled a 22 for 5 bludgeoning and then 4 bludgeoning.
Huh, Maddock took hits.
I mean, my rolls, sometimes it happens, you know?
Next time I'll gonna shield fade that one.
And then Haleth takes 2 hits as well. Look at that match. Followed up is Strife.
Oh, bitchin'. Do. There's a lot of people there. Do. Thank God you're halfling, so I don't have to worry about actually hitting you when I shoot that woman in the face. That's a 12. I think I missed.
That is a miss. You're looking for a 13.
I also gotta double check to make sure that was a misfire, because that might have been a misfire. That's a misfire. Fuck.
Yeah, you rolled 3.
Okay, bonus action, fix the gun. Then I can just shoot it again. And there goes that little fast hands thing of mine. So now I need a long rest for that alone. Try shooting her again. 14?
14. Makes, yep. She didn't even get a turn.
I have that effect.
She should not have been a bitch.
Maddock, you're back. Good. You took 9 damage, by the way.
Okay.
Now the rest of you, fuck off.
Up next are the bugbears. Because fuck, why not?
Can Maddock do a free action?
What is your free action?
We have met with your king, and he has said we should aid you with ridding the caves of this riffraff.
We literally just shot that woman. Well, we killed that woman.
Yeah.
To be fair, she started that fight, so I don't know.
That's how I knew who to fight.
The bugbears, as I imagine that's who you're trying to address with this, don't seem to be inclined to listen to you. They possibly do not regard Goblin King as their own king.
That is fair.
And unfortunate.
So I have 2 attacks going towards Maddock, plus a ranged attack, all of which fail. 2 attacks going to Haleth, both of which fail. He has an AC of 13. Mention that.
We also need to get this man some armor.
He has leather armor.
We need to get him better armor.
There's about to be some armor on the ground, I think. Let's put this dead guy in some new duds.
Can I yell them to get out of there? Like a free action? Like, get out of there. You stupid ghost. Without the stupid ghost part. Without the stupid ghost part. That's mental dialogue.
I would like to use the disengage action to move here.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing as how I have no key points, I don't have a good bonus action thing.
Other than the punch.
But that's if I make the attack.
That's if you make the attack, yeah. So
but those are up for 10 minutes, so I'm good. But this is a much better place to be. Bottleneck versus surrounded.
True.
Fair enough. If you're not doing anything further, Ystrim, you have an opportunity to do something.
I'll just compliment one of my allies and tell them that we're doing very good.
You are a very sturdy boy. Now let's fight them all.
I've shot two women in the face in the last hour.
I was talking to the one made of rock, not the one with metal for brain.
Dude, your body's showing.
Fuck yeah. God damn it. Like, I need to inspire people, but without inspiring them.
So, to understand the situation, Rio's telling us to get out of the room, right?
Yes, he's telling you to stay or get clear.
Can only
possibly a
imagine why.
fireball. Possibly because it was a good move, regardless. Possibly he just got a bad feeling about that room, man.
In that case, Ystrim's going to just stay put, I guess.
Do whatever. I'll man.
You could hold an action to hit the first one that gets close.
No, there's something I want to do, but it involves going into the room.
No, but you could hold an action so when they get closer, you hit them.
It involves me getting into the room.
You don't have a melee? Thought you had the Kopakesh.
I said the thing that I want to do.
Oh,
Involves them going into the room.
yeah,
Well,
I
like I
wanted
said,
to just punch them all to death.
Do whatever. I'll
wait.
manage.
Like a bitch.
If I remember fireball range, yeah. It'd be pretty safe.
No, but I'm just gonna... No, I follow orders. I stay here and prepare action to attack.
Fuck that undead guy. Shoot it right here.
As tempting as that would be.
You know why I try not to choose fireball now? It's just like, yeah, it's worth hitting you with one portion of fireball because it gets it to 8 other people. There's enough of this pie to go around.
God, wizards can just omit fucking people from their goddamn targets for AoE's shit.
If they choose that. Sorcerers can just do that no matter what their back or class is.
Now, sorcerers
But
need a special
I can
ability.
Yeah, I can make you succeed. I cannot make you immune.
For half damage, to be fair.
Yeah.
Hailith disappears around a corner out of sight from you, Rio, but for as far as you can see, the room is clear to spell off.
He's had flashbacks of when they murdered him with a fireball. Just now.
Oh.
Motherfucker's about to throw a fireball at me.
Yeah, I'll throw a fireball right here when I'm aiming. I don't know. I cannot see the corners, but I hope I don't hit the right here.
Okay. I think
20?
my roll 20 just froze, but we're about to find out. Okay. Yeah, so it hits all your bad guys. They're gonna make dex saves.
Yeah.
No, it's all your bad guys.
Fireball.
Nice.
Okay.
Dex save is 15. One thug made it. Let's half his damage real quick to 13. That's 6.
Wizards learn geometry, not for, being able to properly construct their runes and sigils, but just for proper fireball placement.
Right.
Just fireball, dude. That's the only spell you need.
There's actually several levels and classes of it, all the way to 301 and 303.
Oh, this bugbear did fantastic on his save. He was barely touched.
I just noticed we are fighting the Sanatar. We should be careful.
You rolled, I believe, strictly statistical average?
Yeah, 2 6s, 2 1s, a bunch of other things.
He did really. Yeah. Look at
I'm
that.
perfectly average. Yeah.
Oh, and Haleth needs to make his save.
Like, shit.
Wasn't quite around the corner, apparently.
Actually, it did a little bit more, didn't it?
Let me see the numbers again.
He tried to get out of range, but really, it's a fireball. It occupies a room. Anything else, Rio? With your astounding display, none of them died, but they all look very rough all of a sudden.
They all look very badly burned.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm fine.
Alright, in that case, the thugs get to go, and fighting off the scalding heat of their metals and their plate armor, or not plate armor, sorry, their armor itself, they're going to move forward. Yisrim, I think you had a held action to attack.
Doesn't hit.
That's rough.
So I have 2 attacks on Yisrim.
Remember, Daisy?
AC has a +2 attached to it too. Is 20 your final AC? More?
Yes.
Is 20
Yes,
is your...
it is.
Okay, cool. The first one hits for 5 damage.
Gotta get those numbers up, boy.
Second one misses. 2 attacks going towards Maddock. Both miss. A ranged attack going towards Maddock. Miss. And 4 attacks going to Haleth. God, it's hard to keep track of all this. That's 2 hits for 11.
I need to start reading the healing spell. Can I heal up Ghost?
Strife, you're up.
Well, what else am I going to do? I'm going to take this here gun, I'm going to shoot some people, and pray to God I don't friggin' misfire. Firing at the one right in front of Maddock.
Hits, most certainly.
Beautiful.
Dead.
Ouch. So that's what max damage looks like with this thing. And the one right behind him.
Hits. Dead.
And bonus action reload.
Clear the room. The bugbears are up next. I'm going to move these dead bodies out of my way so I can properly
I'm
adjudicate.
building a wall out of the dead.
I mean, we're
Have you seen 300? Yeah.
They want to get to me, they've got to start climbing.
Bugbear, I have 1 Morning Star going towards Maddock. Misses. And 2 Javelins going towards Maddock. Both miss, and 1 Javelin going towards Eastwood. Miss.
Let's see, do I have the catching thing yet?
You should, most certainly. They get like second level.
Deflect missiles. I can use my reaction to catch a missile.
They have to hit you, don't they?
Yeah, I think they have to actually hit you for that, though.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Use,
My
the
AC is too
damage you
high. I
take.
cannot deflect missiles.
But then the few times they do hit me...
Something for the future. Speaking of which,
Yeah, and I have to spend a key point to throw it back either way.
Yeah, which you currently are out of.
Worth it. I just reach back like I'm gonna punch the shit out of the guy in front of me, and I punch the guy behind him.
Nice.
14?
Their AC is 60.
Fuck.
Bugbear. Yeah.
I'll just punch the guy in front of me.
Nope.
Nope. Also Bugbear, so AC 16.
I use all 4 hands. I just try to smash him at once.
Nope.
Nope.
Oh. Oh no. Bad rolls incoming.
Thank God the session's almost over.
I am telling you, I do not want to fight. Run away now. I am done warning you.
He's usually better at this.
Yisrim, you are serving as an excellent stemming of the tide for multiple bad guys encroaching upon you. What would you like?
The deception was bomb.
It was indeed.
If I were to move into another person's space, could I cast a spell before I move out of their space, or do I have to be out of their space in order to cast a spell?
That is an interesting question. I think you can't stop in a person's space, ergo you wouldn't be able to cast a spell in their space, unless you had some sort of feature allowing you to stay in somebody's space, like a halfling. There's some halflings. The ghost, or not the ghost halfling, the Lightfoot halfling can stay in people's spaces, I'm pretty sure. Short answer, probably no. What's the idea?
Essentially, I was going to go in the middle of them and just Word of Radiance.
Oh, that's a fair idea.
Wait, you're trying to get into an enemy's space?
I've got to ask, what's the word?
The word is bird. Bird is always the word.
No.
Except when the word's mom.
Have no Kenku.
It's an action to cast Word of Radiance?
Yes.
Well,
I mean, if not, it's no trouble.
okay. Let's. The idea is clever, but let's go with no for now, because I'm not quite sure how I would implement that now and for the future as well.
Very well. Yeah, just 2 Kopesh attacks against the guy in front of me.
Got it.
Nope and nope. Next turn.
You are mistaken. The thugs have an AC of 11.
Oh, so both hit.
Yes. And kills. In a surprising display of events, Maddox fails his attacks, but Yisrim succeeds his.
Right?
Shadow gets to go up with a longbow, because why not? Bugbear gets hit. Bugbear takes 10 damage. Bugbear is still alive. Halif is up next, and he's kind of surrounded, isn't he? Yes, he is. Unseen by everything.
Right.
Let's have him do attack. He kills 2. Cool. Following up is Rio. Rio, what would you like to do?
Let's see if I can drop some bugbears. I don't recall, what are the rules about moving through allies?
I think you can do so. I want to. No, it's enemies are difficult terrain, depending on if you roll well enough. I think allies are just free movement.
Cool. I'm gonna move in here, and I'll cast Inflict Wounds on this bugbear and this bugbear. So
You're twinning it?
I twin it. Yeah, 1 sorcery point to twin it.
Okay.
I have plenty of those. So you want me to attack once or twice?
If you're twinning the spell itself, I think it's just 1 roll. I think, if you're okay with that.
Fine. Okay, I'll inflict wounds. 20 to hit both.
Damn.
Wow. Is it what's the save?
It's not a save. It's a spell.
Oh, it's a spell attack. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So he just has to reach out and touch him.
What
Inappropriate.
the
Wow, and you rolled terrible damage.
Ouch. That hurts badly.
Wow, that's 3d10. What the fuck
Yeah,
happened,
that's
man?
really damn.
Wow, that's pretty bad.
The funny thing is, it hurts one, but does kill the other.
Okay, it hurts. Let's say that helps a little bit with my ego, but wow. That's my turn.
Yeah, that's
You
rough.
want to stay there?
I mean, if I move,
Yeah, he's kind of boned there.
I'll be okay, dude. My AC is actually really
I've done the exact same thing with my sorcerer. I'm like, that was supposed to kill you. Hi.
Yeah.
I found my crits, by the way, so Haleth is getting damaged.
Oh, fuck.
Strife, you are... oh, wait. Yeah, there's no thugs left around you guys. Strife, you're up.
Cool. Let's see if I can finish off Rio's job there and shoot that bugbear right across from me. I assume I hit.
Yep.
Is it alive?
It is not alive.
Cool. I'm gonna try to hit the one just behind him then.
The one on the same line as Madoff and you?
No, because that's a misfire. So
yeah.
that sucks because I can't do that bullshit again. I have to actually. Shit. I got nothing else. That's it.
Do you have an extra gun?
No, I have something just about as good though. I can't do anything with it just yet, but I can move up and be a quick little distraction.
Okay. The bugbears are up, and there's only 2 left. We're going to have one on Strife, one on Rio. Morningstar to Strife. What's your AC again?
That's right.
Fine, right?
18.
18. So miss, and Morningstar on Rio.
18 as well.
18 as well. I really wish I crit there, but he got an 8, if I'm honest. So, nope, not happening.
Hey, why you want to kill me, dude? What the fuck?
All right, let me get my One Punch Man music going.
If
I'm
you
going
hit.
to just start punching over Strife.
Oh, wait, I can do that more than once. Okay, cool. So, yeah, fuck it. The gun's repaired. Thank God.
Huh. Cool.
I was reading that wrong.
So I attack the other one that I can reach.
Yes. 13 does not hit. 11 does not hit. You killed one.
I whiff really hard, and then I use the hands to kind of fix my hair. Like, I just continued the swing and just bring it up and fix my hair. What? It is good to look nice at my age.
Totally planned. It's very. Ystrim, you see one bugbear left.
I guess he's going to Kopash.
He does indeed Kopash.
Seems like it.
He Kopash real good.
Kopash real good.
10 damage total. It is still alive. I'm going to assume that's end of turn, considering that's main action.
Yeah.
Ended.
I'll action surge, why not?
Oh, go for it.
Hey, you're a fighter.
Oops, not yellow. Death.
And that ends the turn.
Don't you get a bonus action with that as well?
No,
with
he
an
does
It
action.
just gives you another action.
Yeah.
Got it. Shadow is the only one. Let's see if she can actually. She can actually like bonus action dash if she wants. So fuck it. She can reach anywhere. Let's see her be the one to save everything. Fuck. Yeah, it's a thug left. Okay. So that hits for 7, 9, 16 damage, which isn't enough to kill. So somebody else has to do it. And look at that, Haleth is up. Let's have him save himself. Miss. Hit. 13 damage. Guy is motherfucking dead. That's with his fist too, by the way.
Jesus Christ. Thought Matthias hit like a truck.
Someone give me a weapon.
Well, we're surrounded by weapons now.
Well,
Yeah.
that was his last target.
No.
Nope.
No.
Nadia was not one of his targets. Nadia was unrelated. His target is actually...
Someone big hammer.
Yes, Rex the Hammer, and
What
Nadia
did-
wielded an axe.
What did Nadia have on her?
An axe.
Is it a magic axe?
I don't believe that's so.
Is it a mithril axe?
Is it a regular axe?
It is a regular axe.
Is it a hand axe?
You're
I'll
awfully
want it.
fixated on that axe. Explain.
That might be just because she reminded me of my ex.
God.
I'm leaving.
We are out of combat round now.
Hoping there's another beholder behind that door there.
Wait,
End it
before
all.
you do anything, I'll use my Pearl of Power to regain a spell slot level. Thank you.
Okay. I would mention that, curiously about this room, is that there are 15 hammocks strung along the walls, indicating that this is some sort of sleeping quarters, and that in the middle of the room, on the floor, painted in what appears to be blood, is a large 10-foot radius circle with spokes outlaying it, or surrounding.
Wait,
That's
there's
some
a circle
ritual
of
shit.
blood in the floor?
In blood.
Yes.
Is that a ritual shit?
You can roll an Arcana to see.
Can I aid him by saying that's some ritual shit in character?
He feels morally aided, but it doesn't aid him mechanically.
Yeah, your part is still showing.
I fucking love bards, dude. I fucking love bards.
13. With a 13, you don't feel any sort of magic from this, but you do recognize the symbol as you're sort of getting an eyeful of it. It's just much larger than it usually is. That is the symbol of the Xanathar's Guild, a circle surrounded by lines.
So it is an eye.
Yes.
Well, we definitely came to the
I'm
right
starting
place.
to get real tired of these dudes. But good news, no walking brains.
Yes, I have met the rest of the party.
What? Hey, Ghost. I forgot his name is complicated. What was
Haleth is complicated. Haleth.
Stop it. Hey, Liv. You okay?
It's like Hey Lich, but Lith.
I'm gonna go back up, Hylock.
Yep. Yep. Let's go the other way.
What's wrong, guys?
Dude.
Come back.
Stop doing that.
Hold on, let me get another
Wow.
look at those fucking
Hold it.
things. No, I don't know what these are.
There are.
Oh, wait, no, I know
they're
what those
a very
are.
popular artillery unit.
What's
Wow.
down there?
Ballista with
Well-
legs.
Yeah.
Come
Yeah.
back. They want to be friends.
Fuck
No.
that. Wait,
Well,
hold
Like,
on,
if
I
you
gotcha.
can train a mobile ballista like a dog, that would be useful.
Hold on, I gotta
Just saying.
check my max
Shadow
range.
decided to be a ranger girl instead of an assassin. Maybe we should have her go over there and I don't know, like would you feed a sentient ballista bolts?
Do you feed Strife?
Well, I mean, no, like
Right?
would you feed it bolts because it goes through them?
I have a few
Yeah,
questions.
those
for
things are
Ghost.
just within my max range. I'm not gonna even try to dance with those.
Oh my!
If only you had key points, though.
Let's take a rest. Let me get some key points, and I'm gonna throw ballista.
Well, first, let's see where our revenant friend is pointing for his vengeance.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask the Reverend how's he doing? Is he okay?
He's okay.
Alive?
No, he's not alive, but he's okay.
He never answered me
About what?
about his golden pendant of Joaquin.
Oh no, he's keeping that even in death.
But he's gonna
Yes.
over my cold dead body. Okay.
What?
Haleth points northward now, indicating that is the direction of Rex the Hammer.
Oh no, we gotta go back the way we came so we can go save.
We can't avoid the
guy.
lista. Oh no.
So now I'm confused as to where we have to go.
That's why
North.
that's
Away from
why
the
I'm
ballista.
coming back over here.
He can only point the cardinal directions. He can't indicate what
Wait,
directions.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go too far.
I think we should go left.
Wanna go left?
Also, Shield of Faith is 10 minutes, so we have it for a while, but
No.
not that much.
Yeah, not too long.
Just
Whenever
keep it
the
down.
God damn
monk
it,
loses
Manlock.
his hands,
This
What
scared the
happened?
shit out of me.
Ooh,
Ooh?
this is gonna be.
Ooh!
This is gonna be Strife's favorite room.
Oh no. Oh
A
no.
room filled with black powder that if you fire
No,
anything, it explodes.
if it's Strife's favorite room, it's got to be like a rust monster or an ooze that eats metal.
Fun fact, this version of Strife completely comprised of dark wood. That said, my guns are magical metal, if that makes any difference.
Magical metal is delicious to manticores.
Fuck? No.
now that we are-
I stand
God
here.
damn it!
I don't let you
Why?
run back.
What?
It's a rust monster, I think.
So you guys approach a room, and this long hallway-esque room. The walls are decorated with bas-reliefs of dwarves singing and drinking at Eastern. Where are you going, friend?
I don't know. I'm trying to see what people are looking at. I'm assuming it's these things. But...
Yes. A dozen empty iron torture brackets are mounted to the north and south walls at 10-foot intervals. The main attraction of this room, however, are the two small creatures, gremlins. Some might refer to them as... Do they not have a handout?
They look like little insects. What are they?
They're giant fleas that enjoy the taste of iron.
Yes, but for some reason the Rust Monster handout isn't...
I have anemia. I have very little iron in blood.
You still have
Huh.
blood?
I could have sworn they had a cooler look than that.
Depends
they are
on which
currently
version.
fighting over a rusted steel helmet in the middle of this room, knocking it about here and there, causing a bit of disturbance.
I would like to run and hit them with my wooden staff because I'm wearing nothing that is not either non-metal or magical.
That sounds like an initiative with you guys getting, or at least Maddock getting a surprise round.
Two-handed quarterstaff! Pacha!
You know you have your hand skill, right? You don't have to use your staff.
Okay, well, my hand skill is a D6, and my two-handed quarterstaff is a
The
D8.
D8.
Okay,
That
fair
was
point.
almost max on the roll.
AC we're looking for is 14, so the second one hits. Damage. Not enough to kill automatically, but you know, it's a nice thought.
What are they eating?
A steel
Dinosaurs.
helmet.
You.
Were they able to, like, actually do some damage to it, or are they trying to eat it and unable to eat it?
It's
'Cause
rusted.
magical. It's not magical.
Nope.
Alright, so following Maddox's jolt of energy as he bursts forward, Strife, you were the first up. What would you like to do?
I would like to walk up 20 feet, pull out my magical gun.
Eat this, fucker.
Is that really the best insult you could come up with?
They actually ate it.
He's scared.
I think it actually did eat that, because I don't think that hits.
I'm pretty sure that's a misfire too.
Yep, that is a fucking misfire. What is with my luck suddenly? I go for 2 crits, I kill a lot of things, now I'm misfiring left and right. Bonus action, last reflex, frickin' Christ. And try to shoot it again. There we go.
Hits. This is the one to the left of Maddock, right?
Yep.
Alright, hits, damages.
And because I do still have metal bullets that are not magical, I back up 20 feet. I just realized this now.
It's like dessert.
Fuck them.
Eastern Europe.
So, not understanding what everyone's so scared about, I just walk up and
feed it your Kopakesh.
Yep.
Probably magical.
2 attacks.
We are rolling so well today.
And
I was earlier.
Miss hit for 3. Alright. Anything else?
That's it.
Gotcha. Haleth is up next. He can run out there because he's undead. He has no metal. Fuck that shit. He is a goddamn undead. And he has to dash for that, so he's not going to be able to do anything. Rust Monster can do 1 bite on Maddock and 1 bite on Yisrim. Maddock, Yisrim. Both fail. Fantastic. Maddock, you're up.
Maddock is going to swing at the one he hit earlier with the quarterstaff of 2 hands.
Miss.
Wow.
Hit. 11 kills.
And I swing a back kick at the other one. I don't think we're doing flanking rules.
We're doing a
+1.
Unarmed strike.
Hits.
Foot to the antennae.
That is solid damage, but it's still standing.
All right. I will use silent speech to Strife to let him know that I will protect him.
He feels inspired.
But you can hear or sense the sassiness.
I'll go into Sacred Flame. There it is. Next stage. Probably good at those.
It failed.
Or not.
11 damage. It's still standing, if only barely.
That's it.
Right, and let's see Shadow clean up. Fires and kills. Yep, that's what I thought. Da-da-da-da.
Woof.
Sorry.
Do I think their antennae that they used to dissolve metal? Do I think that would be good for tea?
The
Roll
fuck?
me a nature check or key check.
I'm proficient in brewer's supplies.
Somebody explain to me why we're
Could I
overreacting
use
over
that?
Yes,
Fuck.
you can use that. 9. As long as you're not using metal cups or kitchenware or anything at all near that, they might add an excellent spice to a dish, or to a to a tea that they are stirred into, rather than simply chopped up and mashed into.
Okay, instead of just putting random tea stuff in my actual item list, I'm gonna put this on character appearance, so I got all in one place.
Okay.
That's it. To answer Yeestrom's question, I freaking point at the helmet that they were eating. I kind of like nudge an antenna towards it until it touches and like starts to rust it off.
They have
I will
delicacy for
make-
metal, and quite frankly,
I fucking sit there and tap my codpiece.
I like my nuts where they are.
As long as I brew this in my teacup, it should make tea. Has anyone seen? Has anyone seen Forged in Fire?
No.
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 No, I've seen that actually.
Okay, you know how he go, it will kill.
Yes.
I think my catchphrase is, it will brew or it will make tea, along the same vein.
Oh god.
It will brew!
Magic compass, where should we...
If you're asking Haleth where his haunt is, he indicates that it is this direction from him.
Oh.
Huh.
I guess we
down the
should
stairs.
go down?
No, he's pointing northeast now. Wait, you guys can't jump that way, Maddock. What the fuck? Or wait.
Yeah, no, it's Maddock that's doing that.
No, wait,
Okay.
I'm sorry. You guys are good. I was misreading the walls. Because this thing is entirely crosshatch. My mistake.
I guess we should go right here? This place is labyrinth.
Let me pull up to see if you hear anything.
One of us should play a Minotaur so that way we never get lost in the labyrinth.
Right?
Could have been useful.
Actually, holy shit. Yeah. Like, when we have a TPK, we actually, instead of playing stuff we want to play, need to actually build stuff for this dungeon.
Ugh, that's exactly what I hate the most.
Hey, I'm playing something that I wanted to roleplay. That also happens to be a perfect monk build.
I'm just a sorcerer. Whatever.
I
I
missed
did
six.
that for a year. Because
heal
in
you,
that
but I get
game,
a fireball.
Strekkenport died in the first combat. So I threw together a Divine Soul Sorcerer Warlock, and I hated the character.
Yeah, sounds like my ranger.
I thought about getting Warlock, but I won't do coffee. Let's go.
It's really good.
I know.
You guys have no indication of what's beyond the doors, right? I believe.
Hey, Stiles.
Hey,
Real-
dead man! Which door is it?
That's rude.
It is kind of, isn't it?
Hey, metal man! It is only fact. Keep calling me old and fat.
Haleth
Maybe
says,
my feelings were hurt. I'm sorry.
no,
You
you're
assume I have feelings.
I punch you. Do you like wince?
Not really.
Fair enough.
Definitely not from that.
Error. Repairs needed.
While we're figuring that out, Haleth takes a moment to just indicate direct east is the way his target is.
So, Strife, do your thing. Point to the lock of the door.
Wouldn't that be Shadow?
Yeah,
Well, I guess Strife can do it.
I mean, I can.
Strife has been doing the investigation check.
Yeah, because I'm the one that actually has any slightly decent investigation, I guess.
I have +4.
I've got +4 because I've got a 19 in intelligence
Same.
for reasons.
For reasons. So
Because of an item.
You can hear something chittering and speaking on the other side, speaking in gobbledygook nonsense and just muttering. You don't see any traps or any sort of wires attached to this door. Really just the sounds coming from beyond it now that you're up next to it is really all you're getting. It seems safe to open, if not safe for what's on the other side of it.
I think it might be a good idea for us to sit down, take a breather, and drink some tea.
I feel like you say that literally as I'm mid-pose to kick in the door with a gun out, and I just slowly lower my foot again.
I can still go one more fight, but only that.
I can do that, but I mean, key point or no key point, it's up to you guys.
You still have your hands, right?
I'll have my hit and stick and a kick.
Yeah, he's tapped pretty well, and I mean I'm going good, but that's me.
Okay. Since the fight with the beholder, how much time has it passed? It's kind of important.
Considering how much you guys have had to walk, I think it's fair to say that 10 minutes have passed.
Okay, then chill us out. I mean, we're already here. I'm good with spells still. I can do one more fight. But that's it.
Very well. I should travel with people older than... Oh, I can keep up.
You don't even know how old I am.
And
I
she's
didn't
older than you.
ask either.
That about
Do it.
summarizes this
I'll
group in
prepare a
general.
sacred flame if I see an enemy. Wait, no.
Getting ready
If
to,
something attacks us, I'll do a sacred flame.
Getting ready to go in,
Well,
waving my
first,
gourd.
hold on. Let's see if we can discern how much of a bad idea this is the kick in the door. I want to just like crack open the door just a hair and see what's inside.
Do you have like a mirror to do that?
I do have a mirror to do that, oddly enough. I slipped the mirror under the door. What do I see on the other side? Fuck that.
Does that give you an idea? Can you see enough?
Oh! Okay. I'm less worried now.
So?
It's gangly, looks strange, has a single eyeball.
How big?
I kind of just like point to you and shrug.
You size.
You know, your size and we're the same size. Kind of. Anyway, let's go.
Yes, but I'm not as fat.
I open the door.
I'm not fat. What the fuck?
Out of sudden nowhere.
I don't know what the fuck Strife is thinking, but it's weird. Okay. I mean, to be fair...
Oh, that thing.
Yeah, those things. Nothics.
The cats. Okay.
The cat?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
called
don't-
them cats
don't
last campaign, remember?
Right, because they just followed.
Yeah, Sticks like named every single one. I'm gonna name that one Gregory. I'm gonna name that one Bob. I'm gonna name that... I'm gonna name that one Cabbage Head, and that one other Cabbage Head, and that one I'm gonna call Sticks Jr.
I will mention, since we are opening up to a new round of combat, and because it's about 10:40 at night, would you guys be at all opposed to us calling it here right before the combat starts, and we can just pick up next time with the combat beginning?
No, that's fine.
I helicopter in with my hit and stick.
My hitting stick.
Hey, I don't need a walking stick. People always call it a walking stick. Not.
You're not that old yet.
Well, I did have like a magical surgery a couple years ago on my hip, and that time I did need a walking stick.
He just made it into a hitting stick shortly after that when he was fine again.
No, I went and bought this one. I went and I hit some people that were giving me shit for my walking stick.
All right. In that case, I'll be calling it a night. I hope you guys had a bit of fun. Sorry to cut it so abruptly, but work in the morning and all that.
How you go, bro?
Good.
All right. In that case, I'll catch you all next week.
Yep.
See you.
Later. Well, guys, that's it for this session of Dungeon of the Mad Mage. God. I can't wait to see what the other floors are like, because every single one's been, like, slightly trippier than the last. I mean, 2 gangs of vampires on the first floor, frickin' a little goblin village, and remnants of the Xanthar's Guild in the second one. I mean, just look at this. What you're seeing currently, that's the cover for Dungeon of the Mad Mage. And of course, the wonderful man with the rune in his hand, the glowing eyes, and the white hair, that would be the Mad Mage. These other a-holes, I have no idea who they are, but I'm pretty sure we're going to find them eventually. Anyway. Once again, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Till next time, kids. Take care now. Bye-bye then.